off the weed. And you can't stay off the weed. You ain't getting busted for using weed. Stay off the weed. You can stay off the weed. Stay off the damn weed. And they don't listen.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. Your fiancé's going to lose her mind. Your mother-in-law is going to lose her mind. Your mom is going to lose her mind. Several of your sisters and female relatives are going to lose their mind. Go elope. Trust me on that. Go elope. Because basically every female in the family is going to terrorize you guys until it's over. Once it's over, I mean, they'll be upset for a few days, but it'll be over. And then, you cruise away, along, have a happy marriage, have a happy life.
I'll pass along the message. Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Trevor, unless he's crazy, is totally on my side. And trust me on this. If Trevor doesn't have the sense to do that, tell him to call me. Because, I mean, he needs to do like I told all my kids, I'll give you $10,000 extra if you elope. So far, they haven't done it, but I would, too.
I'll have him call you for sure.
All right.
Hey, here we go. Wow, Daddy, what is hot? Hey, turbo, hey, kid. Wow, Daddy, what is hot?
Okay, but listen, I still beat both of y'all. I know that.
Nobody wanted Jacob was trying to win the thing. You talking about you could. So all these people that filled that bracket, you just trying to beat me and Joe.
That's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. Okay. You gotta take hold on.
What this man got now? He done got him a crowd or something, Joe. Nah.
What we talking about? And still.
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired.
Tired of what? Winning?
All right. Why? Nick Saban retiring? Huh? Nick Saban retiring? What? It's all ESPN. Oh, no.
I'll tell you, quarterbacks, you get all the good looking women eyes. What a beautiful woman. Wow, he's AJ doing some things right now. So you're a youngster in Alabama. Start getting the football out and throw around the backyard.
What we told our guys was let's study that thing and then get busy. Like a homely girl on a honeymoon. Busy. We want to be busy.
Went to Chicago yesterday.
Thank you, brother, go.
Oh, don't smoke with him.
Thank you, brother, go.
He's serious.
I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh, Wallace. Raleigh.
Okay, close enough.
That's how you say it? How you say it? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H.
Raleigh.
That's Raleigh.
Close enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she was nice too, huh?
We can't wait for kickoff. But we got to practice a little bit. I want these guys bouncing around today like a pogo stick on Viagra.
Hey, shut up texting me this. My team is losing right now. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it.
People talk about how talented they are and what a good team they are. They're consistent. They play well week after week. They didn't win the lottery to win 10 games.
Watch out.
Who give up yards? Who missed tackles? Who let tight ends run free? Third and long? Every time. Who can't stop a screen?
Yeah, me too, Jack. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Say the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
You smoking dope. You got to be.
And I had to go back and replay this because what the f is she crying for, boy? Bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up. Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
We just won. What was the score? 31-14. Stephen A., watch him out.
Oh, shit. It's a good sound clip for the season.
Hey, man, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Not enough.
Not enough?
Not enough.
I look at the computer said, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Because I be saying so much about it, especially like on our team, and people love to blame the players so much. They be like, oh, he's just not what he thought he could be. And in my head, I want to tweet out so bad is, when are we going to stop saying it's players instead of saying, or it's coaching, or scheme? Like, why would the scheme ever suck? Why would the coaching ever suck? Like, people don't realize that, bro. There be a lot of like, BS that be going into this league. Like, that people don't realize, like, you think I want to be doing the BS? They telling me I got to do it. Like, to overcome another obstacle. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up. I'm going to beat him. Because I see the way he fights.
I see the way that he works, and I know who he is as a person, and that's all I have to say to address.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you. That's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going into this week.
I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything, want it?
Never going to be there, but, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there, so... Yeah.
We're here. DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
Girlfriend, grab the phone. Got that phone right back. You get your phone, dog. You get your phone, dog. That was the play of the season. Every man at the house was going, get your phone, dog. Get your phone, dog. CD Lamb.
Well, now we look at our 10-day forecast. It's looking a little bit like those Dallas Cowboys is peaking in the 90s.
I really like the Eagles.
Stop saying that. We want the Cowboys to win.
No, I want the Eagles to win.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do. I just want the Eagles to win.
Keep saying it.
I like the Eagles.
The Eagles on offense are like a good boxer. It's like they just jam,
I want the Eagles to win.
and then all of a sudden you start creeping in, make plays and stop one.
You want the Cowboys to win?
Now your hands on.
Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, Snow Bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles fly.
All day. Go Birds. About to spank y'all today, too. Enjoy y'all package, though. Take him down. I'm about to lose. Fly, Eagles fly.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, he ain't making it.
That's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. We're gonna aggravate it with the gun. I'm gonna talk to that. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna list something. Damn. You getting your ass out here, you finna block.
I ain't blocking.
No, you getting your ass out here, we finna block.
I ain't blocking.
Blocking the date.
I'm not blocking.
Yo, hey man, how's it going? You Jake? Yeah. Okay, hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post. The Eagle Floss, man. I know. So I don't tell you, I'm fine. The Eagle Floss and the dogs are barking. I got you. I got it. You don't hurt yourself? No, but fucking Jalen Hurts the 3 goddamn turn the barber 6 times, man. That's right, yeah. Okay. All right, man. Have reached out. All right, take it easy.
I think it's two ways you can actually cut a sandwich. A and B are the two ways you can cut it. Choose C or D. You seek help.
And he's assisting people down. My man just started throwing babies out the window. We was catching them. Unlike Aguilar and his mishaps, I like to put that out there.
The MVP frontrunner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in B-More outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
Take a few more here for Lamar. Mike Jones. Lamar, there was that point in the season where you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones, that's it. Mike Jones, that's it. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right.
What the fuck?
Oh my. Oh.
What the?
Bristle up? Just make sure you're not. Because I can bristle up too. When you ask a question like that, I'm trying to give you a logical answer.
The season's a lot like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. And so we've got to realize the importance of each football game.
Hey, when you
I use more product than anybody.
When you and Tim go get your hair done, what y'all tell them? Like to the left or the right?
No, I tell him go number 2 all the way up to a fade and just give me a phone call, man. It's a phone call, bro. Number 2. Hey, Paul, what are you telling me?
Hey,
it's a little offside.
Leave us on. Leave us on.
I always tell him I should leave a little bit on the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go Bulldogs!
Yale Bulldogs.
Wow. Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
I'm not laughing about it. You think this is funny? I think it's serious. I'm not real serious. I put my heart and soul in this every single week. I'm saying this to camera show. I'm just telling you right now what I do every single week. Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul in this. I step my off. I don't let them laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's funny. I don't want them to get embarrassed. I'm gonna football for everybody. That's why I'm asking you. I'll tell you right now. We're talking. Dudes and I are talking. What was the context? I'm done. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
Only say y'all saw context with Dakota. I want to go to LSU. Ended up going to Mississippi State. One game. 1 year out of 6. What do you think that's funny, T? Got 2 beats, don't you? Don't you want to beat them, bro? Hey, how you feel?
I just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the
Green throws him in a chokehold, rips him back down, and is throwing punches. No one has any chill at this moment, and they're after it. All Ragnarok is breaking out there in Jacksonville, Bengals and Jags.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life. Like, how do you see life?
Sucks, but I'm playing football right now, so.
And just Smitty's, and then none of them. So I had all the thought process planned out. But anyways, oh, there's Landon.
Clearly, Landon Dickerson, the center, All-American.
Watch this, George.
He bought that like.
Boy, quick.
Oh,
I knew how important this was for our team. Our team, chill. I knew how important this was for our team, and just.
it's just crazy to me how much music I don't know out here. Like, I know I'm getting old. Like, I listen to all types of music too. I just don't know shit out here. I ain't never heard this song in my life.
Problem big. Yeah.
5 yards.
Bro, y'all need help, bro.
Who told y'all that? Who told y'all that?
I'm gonna go to Cancun like everybody tell me to do, and I'm gonna enjoy myself because I don't have nothing else to do. So take myself there.
You don't quit. If you don't quit in sports, you retire. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. See, someone told me a long time ago, that ain't even an option. The person told me that, he ain't here anymore, he died.
Always tell our boys that the most important things in life are faith, family, and football. I don't believe it. You stupid son of a... Run the route again. Mark, you stupid mother... That is so bad. Are you mentally challenged, son? Or seriously, are you mentally challenged? And if you notice there, I put them in that order for a reason, because the thing that comes first is your faith. Your faith with God is the most important thing in life. If you don't get your into gear, we might not win a ball game all season. We'll go 0-12. And everyone in your life is going to hate you, myself included. All right? All right, bow your heads. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we as a coaching staff know that football is just a game. So we want to use this game to build young men of character. Win by any means necessary. So if you're at the bottom of the pile, you see someone's finger, break it. You see that star running back at the bottom of the pile, twist that ankle, get him out of the game. Anything we can do to win this ball game. I don't care if you got to play dirty. I don't care if you got to cheat.
I'm telling you. Hey, they're rougher than a pine cone toilet seat. Those guys can really play.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up. Let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Listen out the fuck yourself. Push it on my... You don't push on my...
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
We had several opportunities to make plays. We didn't get the plays made. We got to make more plays. It reminded me when I was in the 3rd grade, and it came time to go to the 4th grade in June, and they told me I was almost good enough to go to 4th. No, we're not. No, I had to go to 3rd. Again.
Some time to get going, and here comes. Oh! We almost lost one.
We got another game. We got another game, man.
And roll tide. Thank you. Roll tide. Roll tide. Roll tide. Roll tide.
I hate Tennessee because first of all, Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they snitches, and I hate Philip Holman. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like I hate Naylor Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck working convention, and I hate all the quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
it reminds me, it's not that orange you can see. I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. Tennessee's colors is that orange. It's not that orange you can sit with. It's that puke inside of pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they lose, they sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point, because if you look at Alabama's
60 seconds, right? I can't wait to get paid again.
Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy.
Hold on, y'all. It's a little dark. Brighten this up a little bit. There we go. What is up, y'all? We are back at it again. I believe the storms have passed. My internet's better now, so hopefully the stream goes well. We will see how this goes. But first up, let's go ahead and play the motivational video.
The light ain't on you, but keep making plays. Nobody's talking about you, but keep making plays. That's right. I know your sales numbers aren't where your friend is, but keep making plays. I know nobody's talking about you, and you're not on the leaderboard right now, but baby, keep making plays.
Not on the leaderboard, but I'm going to keep making plays. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep doing these lives until the eyes are on me. And you best believe when the eyes are on me, I'm going to realize who was the day ones, who was here for me, and who wasn't. So, just know I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes who shows up for me and who does not. Alright. Next on the list, don't have to play any drops so far, so there's that. I mean, I guess I could play my drops for myself. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Which one should we play for me? Here we go.
The light ain't on you, but keep making plays.
Okay, y'all. The motivational video is still playing. Alright. Now let's do the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem.
On the Star Spangled Banner, Fergie.
That our flag was still there.
Alright, there we go. Now let's go ahead and get into what I want to talk about. I got a video about Caleb Williams, so let's check this out.
The nails is what everybody's upset about. Why? Okay, I know I'm here to give opinions, and I will, but why? Why does this guy seem to get under people's skin by just being himself? What does Boosie do? Boosie looks at this guy and goes, oh no, he's going to have, he basically, and I'll say it, okay? Yes, I'll say it. Basically, the thought process is this from people that don't like Caleb Williams' nails because they've said it out loud, okay? Now, I don't agree with this opinion because it's stupid, but this is the opinion.
About Caleb Williams' nails since he was at USC, I believe. I don't think he did it whenever he was at Oklahoma. I think he was at Oklahoma before, but, you know, who cares as long as he makes plays?
That somehow, because Caleb Williams is a role model because he's on the Madden cover and he's an NFL quarterback, he paints his nails. That's then going to make other boys paint their nails. My response is, I don't want to paint my nails, but so what? Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson in here for Craig today. And I'm looking online, and man, are people abnormal with their reactions to things. You look, and just people are just, they react to the weirdest things about,
Dang,
they're judging.
The show that day, I should have watched.
And I'm going to move on with what I'm going to talk about in just a moment, but they're talking about if the Knicks win, what it'll mean. And most Knicks fans just saying it means a lot. Like, of course it means a lot. Somebody goes, well, the competition isn't that good. If you guys don't shut up, Can we stop? Why do we have to poo-poo everything, okay? Why can't we just look at the moment and say it would be a pretty big deal for a team that most people did not pick to win the NBA title would win a damn NBA title? We have to do better. We don't have to hot take ourselves. You have 3 followers, okay? Who do you think you are? You're not Skip Bayless. You have 3 followers, and I don't like him either. And he has a lot of followers. We don't have to hot take everything. We can just watch sports and go, hey, that's good. The Knicks win, it would be a big deal because it would be. Same with the Spurs. It would be a big deal to win an NBA championship when your best player is 22. Cut it out. We don't have to hot take everything in life. We can just watch sports and enjoy it and have opinions, but the opinions don't have to be BS by rule. Now, kind of speaking of that, now that I think of it, the Madden cover came out this week.
Y'all know the theory about the Madden cover? Something about if you're on the Madden cover, you essentially just perform bad that upcoming season. I don't think that was the case. Didn't they have Saquon Barkley on there? I don't think that was the case for him. I think he had a decent season, so I don't know if that's true.
Before, as you can see right there, Caleb Williams was chosen. It was a weird year as far as picking it, but I have no issue with him. You see the 2 covers. You have the one where he jumped in the air like that to throw. First of all, we've seen him do the jump passes, but he wanted that cover, he said, as a tribute to what a lot of people think is the GOAT, Michael Jordan. No issues with that. Young player, respected athletes that come before him. So I'm okay with him. Either says he's the GOAT, he is not the GOAT, but I recognize he's y'all's GOAT. Also, you see him with his hands across, and he has the nails.
What up, Go Creek?
And
Good to see you. We're back. My internet's working. We back live. We kicking it.
I want to get to that because I have no issue with Caleb Williams as an up-and-coming player being on the Madden cover. Peyton Hillis was on the cover one year. So, I mean, let's not act like this is oh, my God, it's so sacred. Yes, Caleb may not be the superstar that we think he can be yet, but also he very well may be the best quarterback in the sport this year.
And then they'll look like I like that cover. I like the cover. The Burr cover, I like it. I'm a fan of it. I don't get the Caleb Williams hate. I never have. What is up, Philly Tide? I'm driving, so I won't be able to chat much, but I'm listening. Shout out to the Ear Hustlers. Shout out to the Ear Hustlers. Shout out to you, Philly Tide.
Geniuses. But either way, Peyton Hillis, let's get over it. But as you can see the nails on the one, that has become this big talking point.
And I gotta zoom in. I don't know if I see the nails. Let me switch my screens here. Now I still can't see the nails. Is his nails painted in this? If his nails are painted in the cover, that's his thing. Hold on, I gotta walk myself for a second because I'm zooming in to see if I can see these nails, y'all. I don't really see the nails painted, but maybe I'm blind. I don't get it. I've never understood the Caleb Williams hate. He is a talent, but people hate on him because of his nails. I think that's ridiculous.
No. And I talked to the producer, Ethan, today. I talked to Ryan as well. And Caleb Williams has become this very, very polarizing figure that everybody has.
Philly Tide, you are obviously a Crimson Tide fan, as am I. You know, it's ironic. There's 2 Caleb Williams. I always get wait. So you got a Ryan Williams and you got a Caleb Williams, right? Both paint their nails. I think it's interesting. But I don't hate on it. I don't hate on it whatsoever. As long as he can catch the ball and perform, I don't care. Same with Caleb Williams. As long as he can pass the ball and perform, who cares?
And I saw there's this rapper who decides to say a lot of things about, named Lil Boosie. And I'm going to say this. People stop asking Boosie stuff, okay?
Boosie. Y'all know that.
Not that the people here that I work with know who the hell Lil Boosie is, but Lil Boosie's out of his mind, okay? Stop asking him things like he's the person, the arbiter of anything. He knows nothing, Lil Boosie, okay? He is not the person that decides our society. What should we do about this issue? Let's talk to Lil Boosie. Are you kidding me? And now he tries to switch his name because he doesn't want to be Lil Boosie anymore, even though you didn't grow. All right, now he's Boosie badass. Right, you're not badass either. Like I know you've been to prison, but that's because you have to use a gun.
That hate on Boosie. I ain't gonna lie. He could have went without saying that about Boosie.
You would be bad if you picked up the hands, and you can't do that, Boosie. But anyway, the nails is what everybody's upset about. Why? Okay, I know I'm here to give opinions, and I will, but why? Why does this guy seem to get under people's skin by just being himself? What does Boosie do? Boosie looks at this guy and goes, oh no, he's going to have, he basically, and I'll say it, okay?
Wait, did
yes, I'll say
Boosie make comments on Caleb Williams?
Basically, the thought process is this from people that don't like Caleb Williams' nails because they've said it out loud, okay? Now, I don't agree with this opinion because it's stupid, but this is the opinion. That somehow, because Caleb Williams is a role model because he's on the Madden cover and he's an NFL quarterback, he paints his nails. That's then going to make other boys paint their nails. My response is, I don't want to paint my nails,
not
but
every
so what?
guy is going
But
to
that's not what they're really saying. Because I
not
followed
every
up.
guy is going to do that. On the road, just listening, Coach. Shout out to you, Mo. A lot of people are on the road today. Y'all seem to be traveling. Is there a holiday that I missed or something? Lots of people on the road, which, I mean, y'all could be leaving work or going to work or doing whatever, running errands. I know that Mo has activities with her kids, so I get it.
And I go, so why does that bother you so much? Okay, so if you had a son that painted his nails black, you now have a son that painted his nails black. And even if that's not your preference, as long as he does well in school and doesn't get in trouble, why do you care? They believe somehow, magically, that these nails are going to turn their sons homosexual. That's what they really believe. That's what Boosie and all these critics seem to believe. So let me understand this.
You and me both, because it's like these storms. I still think it's supposed to storm later, y'all, but apparently there's like tornadoes, which, I mean, we don't typically get tornadoes here, but because of that, it's caused a lot of storms. I just rather stay in the house.
Right? He, at this point, likes girls, okay? His anatomy, whatever you believe, he likes women. He sees Caleb Williams throw a football with painted nails, and suddenly he likes dudes? I don't think that's how it works. And I think we need to, we talk about this thing where,
Mo, are you talking about painted nails? Yeah, like, you know, of course I wouldn't raise a child, like, I wouldn't teach, I don't want to talk too much about my family, but, you know, I wouldn't want to teach young men to do that. Like, that's just, I wouldn't personally do that, right? But if somebody else is doing it, I don't care. It's like, that's your business. Would I agree with it? No. But does that mean I'm going to hate on you? Like, no. Like, you know, like, we can just agree to disagree on that. Man, speaking of agree to disagree, Mo, for a second, y'all, hold on. I got to pause the video. Pause the video for a second. Because let me tell you what happened on Agree to Disagree last night. So, they played this video. And I swear, I was like, man, this guy sounds like he just hates on other races. Like, he only likes white people. This is how it was coming off. It sounded like he was saying that any other race that's not white is a threat, is a danger to society. And I thought I was tripping at first. I thought I was crazy. But then Mike Check said, nah, he sounded racist. Mo said, nah, he definitely sounded racist. CDT even said it. The only one who didn't think this was like coming across as racist was Ken, Simply Ken. I thought he has lost his mind. Y'all would have to go back and watch that video, see what I'm talking about. But I swear, it's like, I was pretty ticked off at that video. I'm not gonna lie, it ticked me off so bad. And every time Mo would roll her eyes, because Mo was on there last night, but every time Mo would roll her eyes, I swear, me and her were in sync, doing it at the same time, because I was rolling my eyes, you know, just watching. I was like, what in the heck is going on here? But yeah, I'm telling you, that, just go back and watch it, get your own perspective on it. But it's a good thing that podcast is called Agree to Disagree, because I feel like that keeps things a little more peaceful. But anyways. Aw, dang. I always miss their lives. Yeah, it was a good one too. I came in late to it. Yeah, Mo, shaking your head. Yep. Right? Cuz I was just like, what? I just could not believe what I was hearing cuz I thought I was crazy at first. I was like, maybe I'm just overreacting. I seriously thought, Chelsea, maybe you're just, having too many emotions and you're overreacting. But then when all of y'all were saying it, I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. He really did have that. And I think the first person to sound off on that was CDT. CDT's first comments on that was he had some racist tones to it or something like that is what CDT said. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's when I knew I wasn't tripping. And then Mo, of course, you were giving really great thoughts. That was a great live. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely didn't agree with Ken. Definitely didn't agree with Ken on a lot of what he was saying. But it was great. It was great learning different people's perspectives, and that's why it's called Agree to Disagree. But shout out to them. Anyways, back to the video. I just thought I would give them a little shout out, tell y'all that was a good live, tell y'all to go check it out, and see what y'all think about it.
They're taking down men, and these men don't know where to go, and their lives are so hard. No, they're making their lives hard. You're picking up a battle that you don't need to fight because it's not a real battle. Caleb Williams painting his nails has nothing to do with you and has nothing to do with anybody's orientation. They don't change your orientation.
Okay, BDB, I'm glad I'm not crazy on that either, because I was like, this guy. Okay, so I was thinking, I was like, at times he comes across as condescending. I don't know if it's just me. By the end, he clears it up, right? He'll give a compliment, he'll clean it up. But for the longest time, when he's in these arguments, he sounds very condescending to me, and I can't stand it. I just don't like it, and I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. But okay. Thank you, Mo. Thank you. Okay, I'm hitting the target with that one. Okay.
By the nails. Just because a woman paints her nails, does that automatically mean that if she takes the nail polish off, she's now tough? She was feminine with the nails painted, but if she takes the polish off, now she's a man? We have to stop.
Buddy. I don't think it works that way now. Okay, I don't think it works that way. I think, obviously, with nail polish, you associate that with, being feminine, right? That's just how it goes. We all know that not every female is gonna wear nail polish every day. We already know that. But they do keep longer nails. They do, feminine things, right? They're more prone to getting their nails done, all of that. And I'm not saying that I don't hate on men that get manicures and take care of their nails, because I think that's something that doesn't get looked at enough. Yes, you should be taking care of your nails. You should be, grooming yourself properly. But we associate painting nails with being feminine. That's just a known thing. I don't even take my son to the nail salon or do my makeup in front of him. Oh, that's an interesting take, Mo. That's interesting that you don't do your makeup in front of them. That's interesting. I'm not mad at that, though. I would 100% agree with that. Taking those measures, I mean, especially for you, Mo, because it cannot be easy. You want to take all the precautions, I'm sure, necessary to separate, feminine from masculinity. So I get that. I completely get that.
Toxic masculinity is a term that is widely overused.
No grown man should be painting their nails. Yeah. See, I don't agree with it, right? I don't agree with Caleb Williams doing it. Even at Alabama, they have a wide receiver. His name is Ryan Williams. I'm sure y'all are familiar, but he hyphenated his name, y'all. He took half of his mother's maiden name I don't know. He's just something else right now. But Ryan Coleman Williams is his new name. But he's also another athlete that paints his nails, right? I don't agree with it. But am I going to just completely bash them? No. I can disagree with it, but still think that they're a talent and just carry on with my day. I don't have to marinate. I don't know any other word besides marinate, okay? But I don't have to marinate in that. I can separate it.
Okay. Widely overused. We know that. But this is it. I can't help but think, because he makes you feel uncomfortable because of your toxic masculinity, that you have to move a certain way, that somehow this guy being on the cover of Madden. Can we get the cover one more time, please? Those two covers. How does this offend you so much to now you think, oh no, it's going to ruin little boys?
I can't even see the nails painted in this. Am I tripping? Y'all might be able to see it better than me, but I'm going to Google this Madden cover. Caleb Williams Madden cover. I'm going to look, see if his nails are in fact painted, because, oh yeah, okay, I see it now. His nails are painted. Are they Bears themed? Oh yeah, his nails are Bear themed. It's team themed nails for that Madden cover. Nah, am I a fan of that? No, I'm not. I'm not. But can I carry on with my life and still think he's a talent? Yes, I can separate myself. Similar to how we separate R. Kelly. You know, we like the music, but we don't like the behavior. I like the talent, but am I a fan of that behavior? No.
Literally what some of these people are saying out there. Little boys are going to see that, and then they're going to want to live like.
He said, my brother paints his nails, but he's a weird hippie rocker dude that do crazy shit like that. See, I had some cousins that would do stuff like that. Now, they were never, you know, on that side. Can we even say those words? I don't even know what terms I can say on here, but they weren't rolling like that, if you know what I mean. They were just like gothic, I guess you would say. That was like the trend back then. Emo, gothic, I don't know. That was the trend back in the day, right? Now, I do have one cousin. We all have somebody in our family, right? But I do have one cousin. My great-grandpa. I swear. My great-grandpa, oh man, he would not let up on my little cousin. He was always into odd things. And he was doing something. And my great-grandpa was like, that is sissy behavior. He called him a sissy. And I was just like, oh man. I still don't know. He goes to college at ECSU right now, but I still don't know if he is or if he isn't. He takes some pretty, I'll show y'all, no, I don't know. No, I'm not going to show y'all my family like that, but he takes some pretty interesting pictures. We'll get into that maybe later. I'll give y'all examples, but anyways, we'll keep it moving.
Kim. What? You mean they don't know? How does he live based on these covers? I look at these covers, I can't see how he lives. The only thing I can see from these covers is that apparently if you know nothing, you go, okay, he plays for the Bears. I see his road and home jerseys. I see one, he's jumping to throw a football in the Jordan pose, and I see the other one, he has his nails on the cover in the other one. That's all I learned from this. I don't learn a single thing else from this. We have to stop, okay? There are so many real issues. It costs $1 billion to fill up your gas tank. The economy is not doing great if you look.
We got bigger fish to fry, as the saying goes. You know, we got bigger fish to fry with this, because I think we can be a little bit more worried about something else other than Caleb Williams' nails. Now, again, I don't agree with it, but am I going to split hairs over it? No, because I can separate the talent from the behavior.
For a job right now. I've heard that from a bunch of people, okay? It's tough out in these streets, okay?
And let me preface
it's hot out.
Too. I would not want this to be someone to set an example for my kids, right? Like, I mean, Mo, you can speak on this, but you wouldn't want someone like Caleb Williams be an example for your child, because that's just not the type of behavior you want to see men pass on.
The summer's coming, it's going to cost you a bunch to AC to home. There are real issues that we can talk about whenever you want. But how do we still find time to complain about silly stuff like that when real things are happening in the world? We have to cut this out, okay? Caleb Williams is not the problem. His job is not to raise your kids, and him painting his nails doesn't make anything harder for you. So either you buy the cover, because you're buying it online, you're not even buying it anymore. You buy the cover, okay? You play Madden like we've been doing forever, and you just get over it. There's nothing wrong with the painted nails.
I think there's something wrong with it, but am I going to, again, cause an uproar over it? No. I can just simply say I don't agree with it, keep it moving, and still think he's a talent. I do think Caleb Williams is a talented quarterback, but do I like the painted nails? No. So this is actually a good way to get into what the topic is. The main topic is going to be with Shannon Sharpe. Y'all, what the heck is going on with Shannon Sharpe? And Diggs. I mean, Diggs, we kind of already know about, but what the heck is going on? Hold on, I'm going to play y'all's drops since y'all strolled into the building. Good time to take a break for the drops. All right, so we have got Cree Cree in the building. Shout out to Go Cree Cree. Y'all go subscribe to her channel if you're not already.
Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man?
Hold on. We're going to play it again, see if it plays better.
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
I don't know why I played like that, but it did. All right, shout out to you, Go Cree Cree. And we got BDV in the building.
How you feeling? How you living?
How you feeling? How you living, BDV? Y'all go subscribe to BDV. Great content over there with gaming. He does a variety of stuff, so you can't go wrong with that channel. So he has like gaming. He also covers music, which is my personal favorite. I love the music. So shout out to you. And subscribe to D Money. Shout out to you, D Money. I've got 3 drops for D Money. And it's all about coleslaw. All about coleslaw. Ain't that something else?
Oh, and can you bring my coleslaw on a separate plate? I hate it when it touches my bread.
Well, Scott, on the topic of coleslaw,
we're on television.
Your name is mud in these parts.
I'm
Tell
well
the people
aware.
what your deal is with the coleslaw.
I don't want it on a sandwich. It's not on the sandwich. When you say don't put it on the sandwich, they go, it comes on the sandwich. And I say, not if you don't put it on the sandwich. And then they look at me like I'm not the one paying for the sandwich. Just don't put it on the sandwich. How hard is this? I'm not being the jerk here. I'm really not.
That's BDV over, or not BDV, but that's D Money over coleslaw.
Listen. I always tell people, listen, if you guys have never been, I didn't realize this was a Carolina thing. I promise we'll get to some sports talk. We got to talk some food, man. Slaw dogs. I don't know if you guys have ever had them. I don't know if it's really big. I don't think it's as big outside of the Carolinas, but a good old fashioned slaw dog, man, is a hot dog with chili, onions, mustard, and slaw. And we have a place called Rush's, which is right down the road from Jimmy's Mart. Jimmy's Mart is a gas station, but it's one of those places, you know, these old Southern gas stations that have the breakfast and the food spot inside. It's one of those. But I just grew up going there. I used to go there and get breakfast. You get cheese, grits, eggs, all that stuff. But they also had the slaw dogs. But it was crazy because, like, when I got to Alabama, because I was born and raised in South Carolina, I didn't live anywhere else. I was like, man, like, nobody has slaw dogs around here. And I would be asking people, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? I think they thought it was just like a hot dog with only slaw. I'm like, no, man, you got to throw everything on it. You know, it's a whole deal. But anyway, I guess it's like a staple to the Carolinas. You got to check it out. Now,
all right, there we go. Shout out to you, D Money. You know, me and him, not D Money, but me and him, my friend, my Bama friend, me and him got into a disagreement earlier today over Bama running backs. I might get into that topic later today, but me and him got into a disagreement over that. Okay, so shout out to Mo. I like what you said here, Mo. Literally just listened to my pastor Sunday sermon about loving the person but hating the sin. Exactly. All right, shout out to you, Mo.
CDT says I'm going live tonight. I slick was thinking about not, but I'm gonna do it. If you need a break, take a break. Chat. Trust me, we understand. You do's a lot, man. But Chelsea Lynn might break out in the hives if you don't. She gonna be stalking you, man, if you don't.
Stalking that page like a hawk.
So if you don't do it for nothing else, you better do it for the North Carolina.
And he's back live, y'all. He's back live. All is right. He should be live later. And what is up, Derek? Shout out to you, Derek, the one who comes to my defense. I will hire you as a bodyguard if I ever make it big in the podcasting world. You will be my bodyguard. Hold on, let's see, Derek. Let's find your drop. I think I passed it. Okay, hold on. I think I'm getting... Where is it? Am I blind? I know I'm a little bit blind because I wear glasses. Okay, here we go.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G-Hunter? I'm the one who telling you about your fantasy. Listen. Send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. And she want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Man, I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Gremlin.
Too funny. Too funny. Yeah. All right. Okay, back to it, y'all. And we have. Hold on. Because this is your first time in the building. But shout out to you, ladies of Fit Talk. Y'all go subscribe to Ladies of Fit Talk. Shout out to you for being here. And I don't know if I said it earlier, but subscribe to Your Average Logical Thinker, Mo Perspective on YouTube. Great content over there. All right, now let's get into, I think I want to show y'all the Diggs thing first. Y'all, Diggs is putting some questionable pictures up on his Instagram. Y'all see this? The crop top showing a little bit of stomach while you got like a pink bag, and they went after him, y'all. I mean, they went after him in the comment section. I was like, what in the heck? Because all I kept seeing in the comment section was slide 5, delete slide 5, and all this stuff. And sure enough, I look at this picture, and I'm like, what is going on in the sports world right now? You got guys painting their nails, wearing bags, crop tops, and now, we're going to get into this Shannon Sharpe situation later, but I'm just like, this is just too much going on right now. Yeah, zesty. Now, let me tell you, when I said they went after him in the comment section, I mean, they went after him. So you got this one. Hold on, let me switch my screen here. I'm a huge fan of Stefon Diggs, but I'm gonna be honest, that photo of you with your arms crossed with that pink purse over your shoulder has you looking like a pissed off soccer mom who's mad at the coach because practice has gone 15 minutes over its scheduled time. I lost it, y'all. This isn't the only one. The comment section, they did not show any mercy whatsoever for this guy. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the next one. Gotta switch my screen here. Okay, so got these comments too. Skittles in the bag, guaranteed. This other girl said, delete the 5th slide. You still have time. He's out of time now. He's out of time, y'all. This post has been up for a few days. Like, he's out of time at this point. Alright, let me go to the next one. Be who you are. Oh, let's see. Does that say anything else? Oh, this one was good. I'm in my go yard, you go girl. Not the crop top and purse. That's what got me with the photo, is the crop top. The crop top and the purse. It's like, what is going on? Alright. This is the best ones, I think. This is very telling. Let's see. So this one says, he telling y'all in so many ways, y'all still don't believe it. It's the truth. Why slide 5 given, you know, the rainbow emoji? The 5th slide, crying face. Happy Pride Month. And y'all, whenever I was looking at these comments, the trending emoji, y'all, these are the trending emojis at the bottom that you can put in. And the trending emoji was that rainbow one. I was like, y'all, did not hold back. And I get it, right? It is Pride Month. Yeah, maybe he's telling us in so many ways, right? Dude got a tote bag on his shoulder. It's not just the tote bag, though. It was the crop top. The crop top, too, showing stomach. I'm just like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, y'all. But, hey, you know, you got guys painting their nails, wearing purses, crop tops. I just don't know what to think. Alright, let's get into this Shannon Sharpe thing, though. What is up, G Honda? Let's play G Honda's drops, y'all. I have not played G Honda's drops in a while, and I have a whole section dedicated to these G Honda drops. We'll play this one, because this one's Derek's favorite. Oh, wait, is it on this one? No, I think it's on the other one. Okay, we'll just go to the other screen. Here we go. Okay, where is it at here?
Who the fuck could that be? What does his weird ass want now? What's up, Gaston? How did you get into my yard?
I climbed the fence, of course. You don't check your DM? I hit you up on Instagram last night. I sent you like 5 messages.
I didn't see it.
Where my hug at?
I barely check my DM. I just be watching stories.
You didn't watch mine. I always watch yours.
Yeah, you be the first person to watch. I appreciate it.
Shit, you know, I gotta keep tabs on my boo. Take a load of this. Nice, right?
Why is it so small?
It's average and it works.
I'm good.
Oh my. You always fronting on me, Belle.
Imagine that.
How about I take you out to Applebee's?
Let me think.
You bitch. Just say yes.
I'm...
G Honda, let's go ahead and just play this other drop for you since you said that.
I mean, I'm saying, when we gonna get together?
Not gonna happen. Never. Not gonna happen. Never. Never. Okay. Back to it. Back to it. Let's play this Shannon Sharpe video. Which one? Okay, here we go.
Welcome to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know, where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. A few days ago, I released a video about Shannon Sharpe's alleged booty clapping, and it wasn't with women. It was actually with
CDT,
2 men.
because CDT is the one that broke this information to me, and I was debating on covering this, because y'all know I really like Club Shay Shay, I like Nightcap. If I was to get, you know, asked to be a part of their podcasting umbrella, I would totally want to do it. So I was debating on covering this, but I was like, you know, how can I not cover it? I'll try to do it in the most respectful way possible, but yeah, we gotta cover this. So if Club Shay Shay don't work out for me, we still have Omaha Productions, which is under the Manning cast, the Manning family, and then you also have Pat McAfee. So if it doesn't work out with Club Shay Shay after this, I get it. I'll just try to, get in with someone else.
It's ex-stylist Hollywood Muggler Simpson, and then you have this other brother by the name of Royce Styles. Now, it's important to know that Shannon got a lot of friends that's like bodybuilders, and that's kind of crazy. I know he played football and all.
Crop this down a little bit. There we go.
But he be spending a lot of personal time with young dudes
What is that, Momo?
who are like,
Hold on. We're at 43 seconds. Let me play Momo's drop, y'all, because not many of y'all have seen Momo's drop, and it's a good one. Who the fuck could that be? Hold on. That's G Honda's. We played G Honda's drop. Okay. Momo, let's play your drop.
The diabetes chicken made by Lloyd, and like the Cowboys, it sucks ass. Ace, it is like sorrow and sewage. This shit not fit for a raccoon.
Shout out to you, Momo. All right, back to it, y'all.
pictures, all in all. But he be spending a lot of personal time with young dudes who are like really on that kind of, that steroid kind of hype kind of thing. Now, this is important to understand because there was a lady that sent Tasha K these receipts by the name of
I'm
Z.
not gonna lie to you. I've seen a few minutes of this. I think I made it 2 minutes in and I stopped the video. I was like, nah, that's it. That's all I have to see. I'm covering it. And so I quit watching it. So past that 2 minute mark, you will get my, real reaction. But there, like, I lost it. When we get to this one part, you'll know. I'll pause it. But when we got to this one part, I lost it.
Underscore the classy one. And this is the ex-girlfriend of this guy, Mr. Royce Styles. She alleges that she went through Mr. Royce Styles' phone and found some questionable pictures in messages between Shannon Sharpe, Hollywood Muggler Simpson, and Mr. Royce Styles. Now, obviously, this information is going super viral.
That
Shannon
guy's ex-girlfriend, I guess now, took screenshots, sent it to Tasha K, and Tasha K reacted to it. Obviously, I'm not reacting to the video from Tasha K, but I do know about it. But it's interesting, y'all.
Hasn't responded to these allegations yet, but there were some receipts. You can go check out my video on it yourself. Pinned to the first comment, pinned to the top. But Mr. Royce Styles himself has responded to the allegations. And let me tell you, he was not a happy camper.
I'm gonna talk bad about that community. I'm not a homophobe or anything like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to bash anyone. What you do behind closed doors is between you and whoever you do it with. With that being said, I'm straight. I don't know how many times I gotta put it out there. I don't know how many times I have to address this issue.
Y'all, I ain't trying to be mean, but I feel like the reason why he has to address this issue is because of the way he talks. Am I tripping? Am I wrong? I feel like, this is part of the reason why he has to address this. And y'all are going to see more. Y'all are going to see more of why I think he has to keep addressing this issue. Hold on, y'all. We got to switch the screen back. There we go.
I'm not bisexual. I don't dipple and dabble and none of that. You guys want to try to put that here and say I'm 100% straight. I'm 100% straight. I don't know how many times I gotta say that.
Probably often.
Yes, I've taken pictures that you can say looks a little
Y'all
sus.
right here.
Or
This is all I've seen. This is when I was like, yep, that's it. That's all I have to see. I'm covering this because what the heck? And I told you all about my cousin. My cousin takes pictures like this. It just makes me question him just a little bit. Not gonna lie, it does make me question my own cousin. But I mean, I get why people are constantly asking him. If he says that he has to keep addressing it and confirming that he is straight, I get why people keep asking him. Because you're taking pictures like this. You also are putting yourself in questionable situations, with how you present yourself. So, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Gay, whatever. But I can, trust me, I'm 100% straight. And anyone who knows me, like really knows me, like the people who grew up with me, who've been around me, been around my family, who's actually seen me grow into the person I am today, will vouch and say the same thing. That is not gay. It's not gay. He's not DL. He's not bi. It's not gay. I don't have to say nothing. People who really know me know this. That's why I don't care about a fake narrative about me being gay. I don't care about that. What I care about is people playing with my name, creating something that didn't happen.
What is up, Ty Pro? He said, Unc freaked out beyond belief, ain't he? Yep. Apparently, it would appear that way.
You know what I mean? It's easy for someone to get some pictures and put a narrative on it without actually knowing what is really going on.
How many different ways can you spin that? I feel like there's only one way to take those types of messages. I don't see how there could be any other context to it.
So, with that being said, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch how this whole story unfolds. And if you want to sit back and believe these blogs, if you want to believe
y'all, they're
these
believing the messages. We're believing the text messages that your own girlfriend, well, ex-girlfriend, I guess now, but, she got these messages and we're believing what she is sending. She sent those messages, y'all, took screenshots from his phone, sent them to Tasha K, and here we are. What is up, Miguel? Good to see you here.
People who have been affiliated with me, quote unquote ex-girlfriends, not true. 100% not true. And when those receipts air, and when those receipts drop, everyone who's commenting on my page, trolling me, leaving those comments, ha ha ha, all this, I don't want to hear no sorries. I don't want to hear no backpedaling. I don't want to see no backpedaling. Stay over there. Stay over there.
Man, for your case, I hope you got the proof. I hope you got the proof. For Shannon Sharpe's case and for his case, I hope they got all the proof they need to defeat these allegations. But let me tell you, it ain't looking great. And I told y'all a few days ago when CDT brought this up, I said, I was watching Nightcap and I found it odd because Shannon Sharpe had just talked about how he has this woman now. He is never in the history of the show that I know of came out and spoke on having like a committed relationship. He's always talked about kind of like playing the field, like never being like the marriage type. He's very against marriage. He's talked about all the relationships that he's had that he ended, badly. So I'm like, why all of a sudden is Shannon Sharpe talking about having this committed relationship with a woman? After I heard about those allegations, I was like, yep, it makes sense why he was doing that now. I mean, I don't know for sure if that's the reason why, but I'm assuming that that's why he was coming out saying, he's got a woman now. Oh, but like Tapro said earlier, hold on, let me go back up. This is not how a straight man defends his sexuality. I would agree with that. Tapro. It's not a good look. They was having a butt naked hotel. I can't read all of that. Oh, man, that's crazy. Thanks, I caught your live. I want to stop by to lend my support. I appreciate that, Miguel. Thank you. But see, most of the folks that go on Tasha K don't even be all that credible. Yeah, you know, it's funny, Cree, that you said that, because I talked about Stefon Diggs earlier, right? Well, who has the lawsuit against Stefon Diggs that's still going on, y'all? He has 2 active lawsuits that aren't settled yet. I don't think people realize this. But Chris Blake Griffith went on Tasha K. But Chris Blake Griffith has receipts, y'all. He got attacked in an elevator from Stefon Diggs' brother after he, you know, was going to come forth with this lawsuit. And he got attacked, and they tried to take the evidence. They tried to take his phone. I mean, who attacks someone in an elevator unless, you know, you're trying to cover up something? But Chris Blake Griffith, he's one I think is credible. And, I mean, obviously, the girl who sent the text messages, that guy's ex-girlfriend, sent those text messages from that guy's phone to Tasha K. So I'm like, you know, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for this situation when you're coming with receipts like that. Let's see, what else? Shannon never going to come out of the closet, but you can look at him and tell he's zesty. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I never really took him that, like, there was times where I did, you know, kind of, I'm like, that's questionable. Yeah, I guess he was, never mind, never mind. I forget what I said. Yeah, he does come across that way. Walking around with a dude named Meat Print is crazy. What is up, Eric Jordan? Good to see you in the building. Shout out to the CDL gang. Hold on, y'all. We're at 419. Let's go to my CDL drops. I'll play the CDL drops for Ty Pro and Eric Jordan.
Hey, boy, do it to it.
All right, and let's play your drop, Eric Jordan. So let me find it here. Eric Jordan, where you at? Where you at? I must have passed it. Y'all, I don't know. I'm definitely not. I can see. It's like, maybe I'm just missing it, though. Maybe if I just slow it down a bit. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, I did save it as Eric Jordan.
Why are you fumbling my football?
My blockers were built.
Your blockers ain't got nothing to do with you holding the ball. Did your blockers fumble the football or did you fumble the football?
I did, sir.
All right, how many feet are in a mile? How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me.
You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me. All right, let's play Ty Pro's drop. Shout out to Ty Pro. I don't know which one this is. Let's see. Oh, that one's not playing, so we'll play this one.
I love pretty women, period. No matter what you hear or see, my bitches gotta be bad. My lady, my one lady.
His one lady, y'all. Shout out to you, Ty Pro. Alright, and we got CDT in the building. Shout out to you, CDT. Let's see. I know I seen your message. Okay, here we go. Shout out to you, CDT. My music producer for the show. Never gets old, y'all. Never gets old. Alright. Back to it.
Okay.
We're at 419.
It definitely.
Here we go.
Stay over there. That's all I gotta say. When this shit air out, stay over there. The real ones, they know what's up. They already know what this is. I ain't gotta say what it is. They know what it is. I know what it is. And when it get exposed, when the truth come out, you'll see. I ain't gotta say nothing else. That's it. One love.
Now, it's crazy when he said that, and this was posted on X. You had some people who had their own opinion. This guy, Bucci as the name says, if you gotta do all this, then are you truly straight? Woo!
It's like what Ty Pro was saying. You know, somebody who is straight, they're not going to do all that, right? I mean, that's true. Like, you're doing too much here.
I don't believe it for a second, but all right. Especially after Shannon dropped his style as Hollywood pictured in the middle, after folks started to find out Hollywood's tea and how he exposed the NFL player many years ago. Another person says, Roy Styles, you owe no one an explanation. Ignore these fools and let them run whatever. The more you address it, the more you'll have to. Stop addressing it. Yeah,
and I feel like
true.
That's why we haven't seen, because I've been watching Nightcap, y'all. I'm like, is Shannon Sharpe going to address this? I have yet to see him address it, but, you know, like I said, whenever, this was before I knew what was going on. He was just talking about being in a committed relationship with a woman. And I'm just like, well, that's weird. What all of a sudden switched? Because he went from just the other day talking about breaking these girls' hearts and all these relationships he's went through, not going to be married and all this stuff. And I'm like, what switched? Now you're in a committed relationship? And then CDT told me that, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, right? Makes sense.
Prince Lamone says, if he's 100% straight, then I guess Andrew Caldwell is too.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more.
Wait,
It's
what
one
is
thing
that?
to address
I don't even know nothing about that.
rumor that you're with Shannon Sharpe. I get that. But you can also be gay, bi, and not have any dealings with that man. Like, it's okay to be gay, bi. Now, this other guy, Prosperity Boy, says, usually when a man feels he has to keep trying to prove he's straight and not gay, instead of ignoring the negative comments, it's definitely something wrong internally, because as long as you know what and who you are as a person,
Hey,
then
shout out
who
to you,
gives
Eric Jordan. Let's see what you said. Let's see what the Cash App says, y'all. And I'll add you to the banner. Thanks for letting me know, by the way, Eric Jordan, because I have my phone on silent. I've been keeping it on silent lately. Bro needs to stop simping for these 304s. Wait, are you talking about, who's he simping for? Oh, or wait, are you talking about the girl he was with? Or are you talking about for Shannon Sharpe? Either way. Alright, shout out to you, Eric Jordan. I'll add you to the banner. Give me 1 second, y'all. And then I'll play my drop for the Cash App. Alright, there we go. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, there we go.
or if you're trying to do something, but that definitely gives off the wrong vibes, okay? It definitely seems like you're into
My bad. It was playing while we were. I gotta go back a little bit. Play it while I was checking that Cash App message. Alright, there we go. Okay, you were talking about Shannon Sharpe. Alright, okay. That makes sense. That dang Shay Shay, right? What is up, King Williams, aka Mark? Good to have you. Oh Lord, what up? CDT, heard you got that fire music. He does, y'all. He does.
Woo! I don't believe it for a second, but all right. Especially after Shannon dropped his style as Hollywood pictured in the middle, after folks started to find out Hollywood's tea and how he exposed the NFL player many years ago. Another person says, Roy Styles, you owe no one an explanation. Ignore these fools and let them run whatever. The more you address it, the more you'll have to. Stop addressing it. Yeah, that's true.
Hey, King Williams, if you stick around, like my intro has CDTV. It's like this one music drop from him, and it's from like a Tupac mix. Man, that thing is so fire. Y'all, I wish y'all could see me dancing. You won't ever see me dancing before the show starts, but I'll be bopping and grooving to that song, man. But I have it for my intro and I have it for the closing. So if you stick around at the outro, you'll hear it. It is so good. So good. I'm addicted to that one.
Moan says, if he's 100% straight, then I guess Andrew Caldwell is too.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Who is this
I don't
guy?
like men no.
Who is this? Shout out to that. I told everybody earlier. I didn't even know for sure if you were gonna go live, but I told everybody earlier. I said he'll be live. He'll be live later. I just had a feeling. I'm like he'll be live because you went live Monday, and then yesterday you were on Agree to Disagree. So I'm like he'll be live. He'll be live tonight.
It's one thing to address a rumor that you're with Shannon Sharpe. I get that. But you can also be gay and bi and not have any dealings with that man. Like it's okay to be gay bi. Now, this other guy, Prosperity Boy, says, usually when a man feels he has to keep trying to prove he's straight and not gay, instead of ignoring the negative comments, it's definitely something wrong internally, because as long as you know what and who you are as a person, then who gives a F?
I say this. I say, me and God know the truth, and that's good enough for me, and I keep it moving. Anytime I know I'm telling the truth on something, I just say, hey, me and God know the truth, and that's good enough for me. I'm just going to keep it moving. But he was out here doing all that. And it's like, come on now. Like,
I don't know the guy, but he's spending a lot of time justifying if he is straight or not. Dog, I'm gonna tell you, you take some very questionable photos for a heterosexual man. I mean, legs open. It's ridiculous. You know, I don't know if you're trying to get clout or if you're trying to do something, but that definitely gives off the wrong vibes. Okay,
y'all, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying the way he was presenting himself with like his voice and then taking pictures like this. It's like, I don't know if I can believe that you are straight. I don't know.
It definitely seems like you're into male on male clapping.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like to me. You could not be that, but you got to get your life together with the Lord Jesus Christ, brother, because the stuff that you be posting, it is completely insane. It is not masculine at all. It looks like you want attention from them other brothers over there.
You got to get your life right with the Lord Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting him to say that, but let me read what Ty Pro said, because Ty Pro, I like what you said here. If you at any point in life, as a man, have to prove you are straight, boy, you are, you know, spirit fingers. I'm gonna call it spirit fingers, okay? Yeah, that's what it is. That part, Ty Pro, I ain't never had to prove no blank like that. Truth. What is up, Cal? Just good to have you in the building. I'll play your drop in a little bit. I promise you I will remember. I will remember.
Now, I'm going to tell you, for you guys out there that have bitter ex-girlfriends, this is what you got to look out for. All right? So Z, the classy one, is crazy because she be out here exposing the ex-dude. She don't have no picture on her profile, nothing. Just destroying this dude's life from behind the damn scenes like she the Wizard of Oz.
And that's true. Like, if, you know, whenever he was showing her profile, like, you go to that girl's profile, it's nothing. But to be fair, I don't have nothing on my profile. Like, I post on my stories, but my, you know, Instagram, it's private. Like, that's special access over there, y'all. I keep my circle tight whenever it comes to my Instagram. Maybe one day I'll put it public. But I get that. I get if she, you know, she has it private, she doesn't post nothing. I get that. But it is funny, like, you know, she's out here blowing up, wrecking havoc, and ain't got nothing on her profile.
So, brother, Put a shirt on, put some pants on, and stop trying to clap it up for the internet.
Put some clothes on. Y'all, it's just like, when I see that, if I ever see a guy, I mean, if you all got a picture of this type of pic on your profile, take it down. Take it down now. I don't want to see it. I mean, maybe there's a girl out there that does, but it's not me. I ain't one of them. Cree, I don't know about you. Mo, if you're still ear hustling, I don't know about you. I just don't want to see a pic like this. It just, it's weird to me. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. It just does. Like, it's one thing if you're shirtless, just, taking a group picture or something, like you're out at the beach. But it's a whole other thing if you're inside the house, taking a mirror pic with no pants on. That's weird to me. I don't want to see it. Okay, Cree. I knew I wouldn't be alone. On this.
Next story. DDG is a very, very popular streamer and former YouTuber. And now he's just doing this thing, just streaming almost every day. He had this very fine ass young lady by the name of Jordan Lucas on the other day. Now, Jordan Lucas used to be in a relationship with this other guy who also is a streamer now by the name of Deshae Frost. And what she had to say about, well,
he barely count as a body with that little ass he got. Maybe half a body.
Wait, are we still talking about Shannon Sharpe here?
Oh God.
That's
your imagination.
I ain't gonna lie. I won't hold you,
damn.
Tucker. I think that DD, I don't know. I think he's kind of fine. I ain't gonna hold you. I do think he's fine. I just don't like how he treats women. That's the only downside to him is like how he treats women. I'm not a fan of that. So that's the only. But he looked good. I think he looks good. I mean, how tall is he? He can't be that short. If you over 5'6", I consider you kind of tall because I'm 5'2". So let's see. DDG height. Hey, that's a top Googled question. 5'9". Y'all, the average guy that I've been with is like 5'9", 5'8". Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's 5'11". I don't know. But if it's like, I've only dated one guy that's like 6'2". So.
At least, you know that thing where they be like the gift that keeps you wanting more. You be wanting more. You know what I used to have to do, no shade? I used to have to I used to go to the bathroom and just finish it off. I was like, damn. He was like, what you doing here? I was like, cleaning up this puss.
What's that mean?
What's that mean?
Shorten up to your check? What's that supposed to mean?
She said that he wasn't even a body because his meat was so small. Damn. It's crazy because now I remember Deshae Frost was out here in Africa maybe like a year and a half ago. He's in Nairobi doing the stream and all that. So shout out to him. But man,
Cree, I always think you're short like me and I forget you're tall. How tall are you again? You said you 5'8" or something. I forget you're tall because I'm short. At 5'2", you getting picked up every time. No, man. You almost legal door fight. Y'all are coming at me about my height. I shouldn't have said nothing.
Receive this ass whooping, but he will respond back.
Why you ain't dressed the little meat allegations? No, my meat little. I know that. But she was not over there talking about
I'm glad you brought this up. Women always talking about, that. But she smashed and blew him down. Okay, see, here's my thing with that. This is my pet peeve. Is anytime one of my friends would just come chirping to me like, talking bad about this guy. I'm just like, come on now. You were just bragging about it, and then it's only when things went bad that now you're saying this. I was like, come on. Like, just be realistic. Like, you can still give credit where credit's due and just say, like, it ended badly. Like, you don't have to go bashing the guy. That's one thing, like, I just would not do. I don't go talking bad about, you know, my exes. Like, that's just weird to me.
About she was finishing herself in the bathroom and stuff like that. No, the hell she wasn't. I ain't talking about all them times
Does
when your
this guy
shit was
have
when your shit
anything?
was.
I don't know. I feel like I missed something here. Hopefully we get back to the football conversation, because it's like, is this still about Shannon Sharpe?
Smell like fish market. I ain't say none of that shit. I was being cool. I was being cool. I was being cool. I was dead ass being cool. When your shit, I was still just because I loved you. I was chilling. Smell like Nemo. I ain't say none of that.
Hey, now to be fair, it
And you
works
get
both
mad-
ways. Like, if, you know, women shouldn't be talking bad about their exes like that, and same for men. Men, like, you know, you don't go criticizing just because the relationship ended, right? So it works both ways. I'll never forget, y'all. I had this one friend. I was talking to her about this one guy, and she was just like, I bet it, you know, it was small, blah blah blah, just kind of like, you know, trying to get me to hate on him. I was like, no, I was like, have nothing to do with that. That's not the problem, okay? That's not the issue here.
You talking all about me and all about me. I'm like, I do. I still hit that little. You talking about my? I still hit though. 2.5 years. It's not my fault I like sushi though. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my fault I like sushi. I love sushi. So that's why I was still trying to deal with the situation. Like that shit. Ain't no wrong with a little bit of fish. Come on, it got good protein.
Two things that I have a problem with. Number one, he gonna say, I know my meat little. Then, like, look at the background. There's a little girl in the background on the bed. I don't know who that is.
Nah, I draw the line. If there's kids in there, there's kids in that, I don't like that.
Why are you talking about? And there is a young lady in the background. She can't be no more than 5 or 6.
Disgusting work.
This is what I'm talking about in the black community. Y'all Negroes is.
Nah, I don't like that.
I'm
now.
just
I don't
saying,
like
this
that
why I
part
live-
either. I don't like that part. Let's not go criticizing y'all. I really don't like the criticism. Like, y'all, I just don't. I don't like the criticism. Whenever it just gets to talking about one community, like just the black community, it's like white people do it too, you know. But come on, like every race has these types of issues. It's not just one race, so don't just make it a specific race issue, because we can address it to be an everybody issue. There are white people who do the same type of behavior. Okay, I promise you. It's not just this guy on the internet having the kid in the background. There's white people on the internet doing the same thing. So it's like, if you're going to call it out across the board. Just don't make it just about, one specific race doing this. I just don't like that personally. I could be tripping, but I just don't like that.
Africa. Next story.
Okay,
Imagine
so we're
just driving
getting into
down the
different
street
news.
one-
Yeah, the whole time I've been watching this, thinking, okay, this is related to Shannon Sharpe. Whole time he's talking about just different news topics. I guess we're done with the Shannon Sharpe story. My bad, y'all. I thought he was going somewhere with this. I don't know if he ever goes back to, let's see, I'm going to speed it up. Does he ever go back to Shannon Sharpe? Oh, y'all, did you see this? Where that girl got saved by a truck driver? I think that's what that is. Yep. Okay, see? I don't know. Okay, well, actually, you know what? I am going to play this. Since I talked about how white people are weirdos too, like that, look at this. This is the perfect example. I am going to play this. This has nothing to do with sports. Except for the girl, she's a runner, she's a track star, she's trying to save her own life, right? So we'll consider this a sport. Running for your life, trying to save yourself. We'll consider this a sport right here. Let me make sure. Okay, here we go. Start it right here.
In handcuffs and yells, "Help!" What would you do? And
yeah, see, D-Money, you took me off
when you trying to help,
I showed you a white person who hates coleslaw. There's white people that hate coleslaw too. What are you talking about?
somebody is chasing after her, behind her. I know you think it's a horror.
Wait, is this who this guy is? I didn't even know who this guy was, Ty Pro. I didn't know. That makes sense. That makes sense now. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't even know who this guy was. I just seen the video and I was like, okay, I'll react to this one.
But it's not, because this actually happened.
I saw someone ran out, like coming out of the woods. But they wasn't coming out of the woods. They were coming out one of the little side dirt roads. There was a 2-lane highway. And when the person came out of the dirt road, came out of that road, they ran straight across the road to the other side. Then there was a car about a second later, came zooming after them to the other side of the road. I noticed it was a young lady doing the running. And she came up to my truck. She came in front of the truck. Then it was like the guy was trying to run up, sandwich her between my truck and his car. So then she came up to my truck and said, "Please help me. He's trying to kidnap me." The guy looked very angry. When he pulled up to me, he said, I'm with law enforcement. He showed me a badge like sideways. And he said, "I'm with law enforcement." And she jumped out of my car. By that time, she was scared, I guess, because he was that close to me and her. Another car was coming in the preceding traffic. So she ran up that way. Then me and the young lady now standing in the middle of the road because we got traffic stopped both ways. Now traffic is starting to come. And so I asked her, I said, "What happened?" She said, "I was walking and he came up behind me and told me he was law enforcement and he needed to take me to the police station for questioning or something like that nature that she said. And he put handcuffs on me and put me in the back of his car."
And it's a white person. I'm here. It's a white person, okay? There's white weirdos out here too. And this is something I said on Agree to Disagree yesterday in the chat. I said, why do we act like black people are the only ones committing crimes? Like, it's not just them. They're, look at this. This needs to be talked about too. Like, this is serious. He's out here impersonating an officer. I mean, this needs to be discussed. And I said, look at serial killers, y'all. Most of them are all white. So, if you want to talk about who's a real threat to society, I mean, you can't count out the white people, okay?
Now, we're here. He's not going to bother you anymore. And then he stormed out of that road and went toward the town of New Ellington. If I was 1 minute earlier, they would have been stealing that dirt road and I never would have saw him. If I was 1 minute, if I was 1 minute later, he would have caught her. So it was timing. That wasn't nothing I could have timed. That had to have been God.
Guys, do you know how crazy this is? This white dude was about to kidnap this black woman, had put her in handcuffs, and was going to do anything he could with her.
Impersonating an officer.
So guys,
y'all, there was someone in my town. He was impersonating being military. He would go around telling everybody that he was military until he told the wrong person that he was military. And he got in serious trouble. He got charges pressed on him. So they don't play about that. You've got to be careful. Like, whenever, you got to be careful these days. Like, whenever someone's telling you they're an officer, you got to start looking for their badge number. Like, you got to look, be getting all this information. Because it very well could be a case like this. Don't just go believing just anybody.
that truck driver was named Anthony Moore. Okay. This was in, of course, South Carolina. And the white guy, his name was Jonathan Willard.
Weirdo. Look at this weirdo. But yet y'all are over here underestimating the white people committing crimes.
So this brother saved this sister's life. Now, again, like I said to some of you ladies out there, when black men do stuff like this, y'all don't really want to acknowledge it.
I don't like the
But
guy. That just ticked me off right there. He turns it. See how he flipped that right back on the black people? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Why would you do that? You got a white person right here committing the crimes, and that, that got me heated. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
this brother right here, he happened to be right there on time, put his life out there on the line, could have been shot, anything could have happened, but kudos to him for doing the right thing. Again, y'all ladies be out there thinking that all these white zaddies is gonna save your life. Nope, and I'm gonna tell you, that's exactly what he did. He knew that as a white man, if he came across a black woman, that, she would most likely let him handcuff him, because he's white. And that's how that probably happened. He was probably definitely gonna do something bad to her.
You think?
But
what gave it away? Was it the fact he put her in handcuffs? Was it the fact that he put her in the car, took her down a dirt road? What gave it away? What gave it away? Y'all, I watched the interview with this guy, though, and the truck driver that saved the girl, and he said that car had a busted out back windshield. He was just looking. He was being observant, looking at the car, and he was like, yeah, this is not screaming police officer to me. So he knew. He knew that this guy wasn't law enforcement. And that's all I'm going to play of that, because I didn't even mean to get into all that, but we did. I don't know how we got, well, I do know how we got there, because I just didn't realize that the video was covering different topics. I thought it was only going to be on Shannon Sharpe. He definitely looks like he consumes coleslaw on a regular. Okay, now, no coleslaw hate. Gender war, psychosis. Kidnapping can be classified as many things. I was almost charged with kidnapping because I blocked in his driveway because I wanted him to get out of the car and walk. That is crazy, CDT. He said some weird blank to my kids and some other kids. Yeah, I ain't going. Chelsea, do you drive with a booster seat? I do drive. Okay, so I do drive close up to the steering wheel. And I keep my hand, like, when I drive, it's no longer, for those of you who don't know, it's no longer 10 and 2. Because of airbags, the way airbags are nowadays, you don't drive 10 and 2. You drive, like, more, like, right here. I can't remember what it's called, but you're no longer driving at 10 and 2. So I drive like this, right? And I keep right up on that. I know that's probably bad, but I have to keep my seat very high. I do keep my seat high. And yeah, that's how I drive. Most people don't like to be in my car. So I get it. I wonder if they, Typo, now you got me thinking. I wonder if they do, like, make booster seats for cars, like, for adults. Because that would be nice. Because I like to see everything. But that's interesting. Where's Jay Walker when you need her? She stay on the... Yeah, and as she should, as everybody should. Chelsea has the seat jacked up high as heck. I do. 3 phone books jacked up. Talking about phone books is crazy. The car was the most obvious thing that, yep, exactly. Okay, let me know, Top Pro. Let me know if they have them, because if they do, I would like it. I'm not gonna lie, I would like one, because it would keep me from having to have my seat raised up so high. Alright, I don't even know what else I wanted to get into. So we covered the Stefon Diggs, the Shannon Sharpe. I think I gave all the thoughts I wanted to give on that one. And then, okay, I'm going to get back into the Sorsby thing, because y'all know that it was storming the other day and my internet was jacked up. So I didn't really get into all this like I wanted to, but let's go ahead and recover this Sorsby situation.
Joining us now is the authority on college sports And I'll tell you what, Amanda's going to be able to give us a lot of information about an injunction that was upheld by a judge, Ken Curry. Ken Curry
Yep.
in
Let me double
Texas.
check that. It is Curry. It is Curry.
A University of Houston grad, I believe,
Yes.
from Fort Worth, Texas, who is the second judge that was placed on the Brendan Sorsby injunction of the NCAA suspending him for gambling. First judge was recused from the case because I guess there was a bunch of Facebook photos of him throwing up the double gun.
Yeah, he was shooting.
So they said that
Did the right thing.
Can't do that. That feels like that's out of a movie. We thought they weren't. We thought it was going to be like a movie. We thought they were going to put the Texas Tech judge in there. Texas Tech judge was going to hear the NCAA and go, "That's cute. What do you want to do, kid? You want to play ball for Texas Tech? Yeah, sweet, you're in." It seemed like, of course, it would be super corrupt. Judge recuses himself. University of Houston judge comes in. Okay, out of Fort Worth, Texas. Now we were getting a ruling just one day after the NCAA basically comes out and says, "This guy's not allowed." Okay, we're not doing this. This judge comes out and says, actually can play. Ladies and gentlemen, to tell us more about that and what this means for the future of sport, what does this mean for the game? The authority of college sports from College Game Day, Pete Thamel.
I've been posting those videos, those shorts, making jokes about this Sorsby situation because it's just insane. Why do we even have an NCAA? They're meant to govern college football, right? Or college sports. What's the point of having an NCAA if they can just get overruled? The court system can just overrule them. And the fact that Sorsby had one judge tell him no, well, then they got that judge recused. Yeah, who knows how they were able to get that done, but they got that judge recused, did a little dirt digging, obviously, and then now he's back in college football and only misses 2 cupcake games. It's insane.
Dude, I tried my best to lay out kind of the scene for everybody. Now, if you could fill in the gaps and also let me know what today means. So a judge, the second judge that was put in for this case, heard everything and ruled that Sorsby is allowed to play and also said the NCAA is prohibited, actually, from stopping him from playing. Can you tell us more about how we got here and what we think this means for a precedent going forward?
Well, Pat, thanks for having me. This is certainly an unprecedented day in the history of college sports, and I don't want to sound overdramatic here, but gambling has always been a thick red line, and the fact that Brendan Sorsby, who admitted to placing thousands of bets for $90,000, including 40 bets on his own team while he was at Indiana,
on his own team, y'all, and this guy gets away with it. It's crazy to me. Now, I'm not saying that I thought he deserved to have his career ended, right? Because that's essentially what was going to happen. But I thought, okay, he's done with college sports. At least allow him to, elect for the NFL draft and then just be done with it, right? I didn't want his career completely ended as long as he was getting the help he needed and he learned a lesson here. What lesson is this kid learning? He spent only like 30 or 31 days in a rehab facility for his gambling addiction, got out, got this case recused by one judge, and then had someone else rule on it, and they rule you can play, but you only got to miss 2 cupcake games. They play like Alba something, Christian University, and then Oregon State, which Oregon State, it's different from Oregon, right? Oregon State doesn't have that great of a program. So he only misses 2 cupcake games. That's his only punishment for sports gambling? That is crazy to me. Y'all, you had people going to prison back in the day over like sports betting and being involved with the mafia. But now, hey, all you gotta do is miss 2 games. What the heck is going on? I don't get it. It's just my mind can't comprehend this.
The fact that he is going to be or has been legally cleared to play college football this season at Texas Tech is simply something that we've never seen before. And it's the latest manifestation of one of the biggest issues in college sports right now, Pat, which is local rulings overruling what the NCAA rules are supposed to be. And this one feels the most significant, Pat, because gambling cuts different than a medical red shirt, than an age argument like the Bediako case for for example. I don't think I've gotten more text on my phone about a breaking news story unprompted ever, or certainly not in the last like 5 years. I mean, my phone did not stop ringing. In the general tenor, Pat, around college athletics, I would say is one of disgust. One Big 12 AD
really
texted me today.
It's disgusting to think that kids, what lessons are we teaching kids? We're teaching kids that you can get away with this behavior. I've been cracking jokes about it, y'all. I've been making jokes about it. Ain't gonna lie, I've been making jokes with shorts about it. But this is a serious, disgusting issue. And I've heard many different things recently that there's going to be some people trying to boycott these games. Like, they're taking real issue with the fact that Sorsby is getting away with this, as they should, in my opinion. They should be upset.
Lost our soul today, and look, like there was a lot of hyperbolic reaction to this, but gambling had always been I joked it was like the Good Will Hunting thing. You hit a cop, you're going to jail. There were always significant consequences for gambling, and that changed today because of this. Now, Brendan Sorsby's case, argued successfully by Jeffrey Kessler, who is often successful against the NCAA, laid it out very clearly. They laid it out as a mental health case, and they won. The NCAA is expected to appeal this case. Now, whether the timeline of that appeal matches with when it matters is what remains to be seen, correct? Like, the NCAA could get a hearing in February, and Brendan Sorsby will have to combine. He doesn't have to go. It doesn't matter. It would be rendered
So by
moot,
the time
and
that they would even get to their appeal, Brendan Sorsby would already be ready for the NFL draft. I'm in MD, and I just saw a woman pay $17.49 for a pack of. Man, let me tell you, Mo. I remember babysitting for my aunt and uncle, and they smoked, and they only bought the Marlboro. Well, how do you say it, Marlboro? Anyways, they only bought the red ones, and a whole pack back then was like $50. They would buy the big packs, right? And it was like $50-something, I think. And this was probably, I was in middle school, so like 2007, 2008. I don't even want to know how much that would be now. How much do you think one of those big packs is now? I would think that's got to be like $100 and something now. I mean, we're talking like it was like it was a big, like a box, like a big pack. And I don't know how much they smoked a day. Like, I don't remember all of that, but it's just smoking ain't cheap, y'all. Don't smoke. I'm glad that my dad never smoked or drank. He still don't, obviously, but never smoked, never drank in his life, and I'm glad I didn't grow up around it, because I didn't want those habits either. Which, I'll drink occasionally, but I definitely don't smoke.
was and sort of part of the expectation with this is if the temporary injunction was granted, then once the injunction was granted, he would roll and play, and then everybody would kind of move on. So we'll see if the timeline of that gets expedited in Lubbock County. I have certainly reason to be skeptical of that, but yeah, this is certainly a day, Pat, that is certainly going to have ripples for a long time.
Well, thank you for putting your big boy pants on and your big boy tie on to break this news, because obviously this will be something referred to in the future with these types of situations as the day in which a player who gambled on his own team was ruled to continue to be allowed to play. That is a crazy thing. Just as somebody, and now granted, listen, I'm sitting with a DraftKings helmet in front of me, and I mean, ESPN logo is over my head on a beautiful LED board, obviously, in this entire thing. So, like, me saying that can easily be attacked by people, that this is what sports gambling is, this is what sports gambling is. It's like, no, sports gambling is going to be very prevalent in sports going forward. Okay, we just need to understand that.
Well, what do you smoke, CDT? Do you smoke cigarettes? Because I just thought you smoked, tree. I didn't think you smoked cigarettes. Mo, I think you smoke cigarettes, right? I pray that the Lord relinquish you from the addiction of smoking, Mo. I do. I really pray for your health. I pray that you can stop that. That would be the best thing ever. True, Mo, but that price rising a year ago, they was less than $6. Really, I just need to give it up. Okay, so you smoke cigarettes too. I smoke cigars. Wait, you smoke cigars? Mo, you lying. You don't smoke. Do you really just smoke cigars? Or is that just a fancy way of saying cigarettes? Or do you really mean like cigars? Mo, I think you smoke cigarettes. Don't play with me, Mo. Unfortunately, yes, I do, and I smoke Mavericks. Hey, I like the name Maverick. I didn't even know there was a cigarette brand name. Wait, actually, no, I did. I think I did know that. But shout out to those Mavericks, man. I like that name, Maverick. She smoked black in my... I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, y'all.
It has been very prevalent in sports for a long time in a lot of cities. Okay, I know some people grew up in cities where maybe it wasn't, but sports gambling has been very prevalent in a lot of places for a lot of sports fans for a long time. Now, with it being obviously federally legalized and monitored and everything, you can track and keep up with bets, and there's, restraints I can put on there. But I don't think with how easy it is to gamble, we should ever say it's okay for athletes to be gambling on the sports in which they're...
Since you brought that up, I wasn't going to say nothing, but since you said this, I know someone who named their son Maverick. So recently, the quarterback, Baker Mayfield, for Tampa Bay Bucks, he had asked, or maybe it was just a media question from their media team. They had asked the locker room, or they asked Baker Mayfield, hey, if a teammate gave a name that you guys liked, would y'all pick it? And then Baker Mayfield had said something like, yeah, I would have to talk to my wife, but I'm sure we would be open to the idea of their name suggestions. So they went around asking the locker room the name suggestions. Obviously, one of them was Maverick, and they recently named their son Maverick, and Maverick met, I can't remember which one it was who, was it Bucky? I don't know. One of the teammates got to meet Maverick first. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyways, I had to tell that little story.
Playing. Because then it's all over. All of it's over. Everything is completely over. And people are going to attack me as a former player for saying that with this draft. It's like, no.
Of, Top Gun Maverick. And y'all, one of my favorite, well, actually I have a few favorite quotes from that movie. One of them's probably not appropriate to say on here, but I'll say it anyways. But talk to me, Goose. I like that from Top Gun. And I like take me to bed or lose me forever. I like that. I like when she says that.
Like, I'm a retired player. I'm very lucky to be on the internet and on TV talking every single day about it. This is a very real part of sports coverage and sports as a whole. I mean, the line and everything is talked about and has been talked about forever, but now it's a very part of society and the sports culture, and it's only going to be more. So we would like to be a avenue for like responsible gambling. Like, hey, don't be assholes. Okay, we're not trying to do this. This is just a part of it. If you want to make the game a little bit more interesting, you're good. But that doesn't mean that I ever think that a player should ever potentially put the outcome of everything in doubt. Like with the ref case with the NBA, that almost ruined the NBA.
Yeah.
It's still held over their head.
It took them several years.
Still held over their head. It's like when you lose the thought that this is actual competition, everything's over. So I think I feel that way because I've had to sit through all the fucking things about don't beat Pete Rose, and it's like, don't actually. And to all the guys that are playing sports right now, I know how hard it's to say no, especially if you're at the bottom of the roster. You can make more money quickly, and obviously there's ways. They're going to find out. You're going to get caught, and it's going to be a terrible situation, which I think is what Texas Tech is saying. It's
this is my thing, this guy had because y'all know there's a lot of heavy criticism towards Nick Saban right now, because Nick Saban was trying to bring forth this plan in Washington to try to help college football, give it more stability. And people are hating on him, saying that, well, he was doing all this under the table, giving these players money. Y'all, that was a top program. You know how many eyes were on that program? You know how many hidden investigations went on for Alabama whenever they were having all these wins, all these championship wins? A lot. So to think that they could get away with something like that is insane to me. And even if it were true, you would likely face the issues of having a whistleblower. And not only that, but it still doesn't negate the fact that these other top colleges were doing it too. People act like it was only Alabama. And it's like, well, there was all these other top colleges. If it was true that Bama was doing this, that still doesn't change the fact all these other top programs were doing it. So, I don't get it. They just want to hate. They want to find a reason to hate instead of, find a solution, I guess.
Addiction problem. Like, he was addicted to this, clearly. Look at his thing. The 60,000 bets this guy did this entire thing. He came forward to, maybe after once he thought things were going to happen, went to rehab, came forward, was very loose with it, or very open with everything. And they're like, I think what they're saying is, so now we're going to shun people from the future from being, like, transparent about their transgressions and their young boys becoming men. It's like, man, I guess there's so many different arguments. But for me, it's the sport. The sport needs to remain.
I hope he gets the help, right? I hope he gets the help he needed. But this is the issue that I have with this right now. It's the fact that he only spent 31 days. Typically, they say that rehab is not enough time for someone with an addiction. They usually relapse, right? So you have the fact that he only was in there 31 days. His punishment is only missing 2 cupcake games, and he's going to be right back to playing. What lesson did he really learn? I really worry about him relapsing. Not just with going back to a gambling addiction, but they do say people with addiction issues often trade one addiction for the other. So if you give up gambling, you might resort to drinking. If you give up drinking, you might resort to, what's another addiction? Like watching inappropriate videos. So you can trade one addiction for the other. I don't know. I don't think this is good.
We can't be thinking that every game is rigged. That just can't happen.
Yeah, we talk about the integrity of the game so much, and when we're in those locker rooms, obviously you had different violations, whether it was performance-enhancing drugs, but the main thing that we were most afraid of was the gambling thing. It was something we would never even think about getting into that locker room. So, yeah, out here now where we are in the media space, of course we have, the partnership and all that type of shit, but when you're talking about, we used to call it protecting the shield in the NFL.
I got a crush on that Darius J. Butler. I like the way he talks. I think he grew up in Louisiana. Something about people who talk like with the Louisiana accent. I don't know. Something about the accents from the South, I guess. But yeah, he sound good. He look good.
To me, in my opinion, this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. Now, do I want the kid to be able to play football? Do I want his entire future ruined? No. But to set this precedent for guys in that locker room doing this type of shit is definitely bullshit. But what was the
y'all? Absolute BS. It's absolute BS that he got away with this.
The mental health, I guess, argument, Pete, if you can go a little bit more into that tweet.
So the mental health argument, Deba, was fairly linear. Brendan Sorsby obviously went to an inpatient rehab facility in Arizona for 35 days.
Butler, he's older than me too. What's up, beer man? I gotta play some drops. Let me play some drops real quick. Okay, we're at 8:06. I gotta play Couch's drop and then I gotta play Beardman's drop. Okay. Let's go to Couch. Where's your message at, Couch? Because you said, congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate that, Couch. Let's see here. Shout out to you, Couch. And we got Beard Man in the building. And we got Pooh Man. Shout out to Pooh Man. I'll play your drop, Pooh Man. Hold on. Greatest mod in the YouTube streets.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo! Limousine ride. Woo! Jet flying. Woo! Sucking on a gun. Woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Give me 2 claps and a Rick
you, Pooh Man. Now let's go to Beer Man's shop. I'm going live right now. Shout out to that. Shout out to that, Beer Man. Let's see. Beer Man, Beer Man, Beer Man. Shout out to you, Beer Man. Okay, I think I covered everybody. Okay, back to it.
Again, they drew a very clear line, which was.
I just wonder. I think that Darius J. Butler, is he in his late 30s? I don't know. Well, like, I always think he's like my age, but he's older, y'all. He's older than me.
The judge didn't get into a ton other than basically agreeing with that core argument from Kessler and anyone. Sorsby will be suspended for 2 games. Texas Tech opens with Abilene Christian at home, then travels to Oregon State week 2.
Tough. I believe they play. I don't know if he's suspended. Is he?
Well, that's what it says in the legal paperwork. And the one thing
does
that
it? Does it say that?
It really does. Yeah, it really does.
Okay, because I thought that was just what they offered up to the NCAA as like an original.
Yeah. So if you look at number 5, it's a little fuzzy on my screen, but it says not participating in game.
Darius J. Butler is 40. That man is 40 years old. I'm not saying that's old, but man, I definitely don't think. You know, I don't even think. Maybe once you get up in your 70s, you know, sure. But, man, that Darius J. Butler, he looked good for 40. All right, back to it, y'all. I got a little distracted.
Of the first 2 games of Texas Tech 2026 football season. So, and that is what initially when Swarsby's camp engaged with the NCAA, that's what they proposed. They said, okay, he will become the face of this. He will speak out about gambling, addiction. That was sort of the start of what we assumed would be like a back and forth, potentially counteroffer. Now, the NCAA didn't really engage on that. The NCAA said pretty clearly in their court filing, they didn't feel like Brendan Sorsby should play again. They drew a very clear line, which was not expected. It was not unexpected, right? The NCAA doesn't want what you and D-Butt are referring to here. They don't want other ripples of this case. They need those lines to be clear and bright to operate as an organization. And quite frankly, look, I've heard from everybody today, commissioners, coaches, different folks, these billion-dollar television deals that, run college sports, much like they run professional sports, run because people believe that the games have integrity to them. So,
there's no integrity going on right now because you just recently had the sports gambling issue with college basketball. Now you got this, and I mean, it's like I said before, it's difficult to control. There's nothing stopping these athletes from having these accounts with family members or their friends that they trust. There's nothing stopping them from having these sports gambling accounts and betting through that, which is what Sorsby did. Somehow Sorsby got caught. I don't know how. Obviously, there was a whistleblower, but how can you control that? You would have to get access to family members' phones to investigate if sports gambling is going on. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a rule in there that says if you're on the team, like your immediate family can't be sports betting. Maybe that should be a rule. I don't know. But something got to be done. You got to make it more difficult, and it just seems like that's not what it is.
Yes, it's very clear. So I don't want to be too hyperbolic and say the world is ending today, because I don't really think that's the case. But what this does, it just continues to open up the possibilities, Pat, for what local judges can do for schools.
On that note,
area judges can do for schools.
On that note, Tone has a question for you, Pete.
Yeah, Pete, we've obviously seen how that worked out today for Texas Tech, and then Trinidad Chambliss and Ole Miss. It worked out kind of in a similar way. So the NCAA basically has no
And
power.
this is what I've
That's
been
kind of what
telling
we've.
everybody. I said, what's the point of having an NCAA? The point of the NCAA is to govern college sports, right? Well, what's the point of having them if anything they rule on can be overturned by a court? Why do we even have the NCAA?
What we've found out here, because they ruled 2 days ago that he's ineligible, and then today the local judge overturned that, and he is eligible.
Thank God he's got 2-game suspension. At least there's some sort of something.
Sure, sure, I guess, but they have no power. So how much are schools going to test everything now, Pete? And how much? How important now? Who Cody Campbell is actually a big part of is the Save College Sports Act.
The 2 games he's missing is 2 cupcake games. So they play Alba Line, Alba something, Christian University. That's not a big deal. Then they play Oregon State, which Oregon State hasn't had a great program. That's not a big deal either for them. So he's missing 2 games that don't really matter.
Now that they're talking about in D.C.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So look, I had a coach call me within 10 minutes of this breaking today and be like, why can't I go sign an NFL player? Like, why can't I guy gets cut off the practice squad somewhere? Why can't I sign him and get a local judge put him in? So look, we'd be naive to think there's not going to be continued tests of the NCAA rules. Now, NCAA President Charlie Baker came out today and said, we need congressional help, right? That has been
Nick Saban is trying to do. He's trying to help. Like, he brought forth a plan to help. And y'all, I've showed y'all this plan compared to the NCAA, right? Nick Saban's plan offers integrity, stability, still having that competition there, right? With NCAA right now, with what we have, it's chaos, and it's also, let's see, what else is on here? Uncertainty, decline. That's what it is. Chaos, uncertainty, and decline with the current system. I mean, why? Like, I don't get hating on Nick Saban's plan. All because he won? And then you want to try to accuse him? Well, he was just mad because of NIL. No, the man was older. He was like 72 at the time, and it was time for him to retire. He knew he couldn't bring forth the energy that it took, and he needed to retire. I mean, he played 1 year with NIL deal, and he did great. He had Bryce Young. So, what are we talking about? If Nick Saban would have stayed, I think he would have been just fine, because I don't even know if he would have needed NIL, because that was a top program. People love playing for Alabama. He would have gotten transfer portal talent. I just didn't see that. I wouldn't think that would have been an issue for Nick Saban. But they always want to discredit him just because he won. And I'm not for that. I'm not for that because, like I said, if what they were claiming was true, a program like Alabama, with all those championship wins, was getting investigated. They had a lot of private investigations going on. You best believe that they had like little secret sources surrounding these players to try to out some sort of information on the program. And you also, you would have had the whistleblower, right? But that wasn't the case. It was a clean program. I don't get it. I don't get the hate. But anyways, back to Sorsby.
Out all these cases, sort of what the NCAA has said. We need help enforcing our rules. In theory, any college sports bill that passes should be able to eliminate these local rulings and help the NCAA, through an antitrust exemption, enforce its own rules. Whether the Protect College Sports Act actually does that remains to be seen. I've heard varied things, and that's obviously above my pay grade legally. Whether this actual act that is being discussed right now, the Cruz-Cantwell bill, would actually prevent something like this.
I think there would have to be probably more looked at. But when you look at Saban's plan, like I said, compared to the NCAA, it offers way more stability than what you're getting with college football right now. So why are we hating on it? I don't get it.
It's interesting you bring up Cody Campbell. He'd been a big factor in the Sorsby situation behind the scenes, and he's also in D.C. lobbying against something that just occurred here. So it's a fascinating moment in time right now, because at the school level, those who are aggressive view this as a free-for-all. And look, we've seen the competitive nature of these college sports, these college teams. Look, Texas Tech's president was behind this. Texas Tech.
You can't
There's
cheat.
no rules.
Give me a call, Coach Candle.
Boo!
What are you boo-hooing?
Let the boys play. Look, the kid made a mistake. All right.
Like that.
2022, it was a bad year. He was at Indiana. I don't give a shit. I want to see the best players on the field, and I want Texas Tech to continue to be a different program.
Okay, yeah, but you're not saying that can happen.
It sucks. I agree.
Well,
I'm not saying that it can't.
You can bet on your own team, and then the playbook is kind of just like, hey, say your feelings are going to be hurt and you can't do it, and then they'll suspend you 2 games.
That's
and you can
exactly
play.
how it went. The guy claimed whenever they took it to this second judge, because, they got the first judge recused, whenever they took it to this second judge, they just said, hey, this would be bad for his mental health. Ta-da! Now we're seeing Sorsby back in it. It's just crazy. Wild, wild west of college football, as they say.
Suspension of 2 games is actually what Texas Tech offered up
Yeah.
for this. So
Who are
they
they
didn't
playing
even
against?
do that.
Who they open up?
Abilene Christian and Oregon State.
Well,
it might be
Abilene
Texas.
Christian.
Oregon State. 2 programs that don't really matter to Texas Tech. That's his punishment.
People think it's going to be like IU this year.
Okay,
People think they're going to be good.
Nobody thinks that. Pete,
might be
we
Texas
appreciate
week
you
1.
coming in here and thanking, informing us of all of this. It's a crazy day in the history.
Y'all,
And
like I showed you with what Leach said on committees.
I mean, if we're so smart, wouldn't all the other sports say, I know what, let's have a committee? Because why not? Because, we're American. We love committees. Let's get us a committee.
Ain't that the truth? America loves committees.
Well, who should be on the committee? Well, I don't know. This guy's a good guy. Let's have him on the committee. Well, I mean, there's people on the committee that don't even have remote associations with football, nor have they at any level.
It's the truth. People on these committees have no association with football. And then you have these judges. I mean, they could have played football in their past or something, but like in college, who knows? But you got these people ruling on it too. And it's like, what is going on? Like, there's no stability with college football right now. And I like what Nick Saban said. Like, all of this, I think, favors the Big Ten.
To me, in this day and age of the culture we have now in college football, paying players name, image, and likeness, transferring, it's an advantage for the Big Ten. I don't care. You'll never convince me otherwise.
And it's true. Like, what he's saying is actually a fact, because when you look at, and I've showed this chart many times, let's see, the different eras of college football conference wins, when you look at it, it shows you how, with different rule changes, which conference ended up dominating in that era. So with the SEC, they dominated for the past 2 decades, and it, you had the BCS, and it switched to the CFP, the College Football Playoff Committee, right? So that was a benefit, but we still dominated. And then, they changed it to the expansion. We still dominated, but then they brought in NIL and the expanding the playoffs even more. So then you have the Big Ten dominating for the past 3 years. It's true. And now we're seeing the wild, wild west of college football. All because they wanted to change the rules to bring in a different conference to dominate college football. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something different, because this just can't keep happening. It's insane right now. Y'all, I have a video on Dak Prescott that I wanted to show. And it's about Dak and his ex-fiancée, Sarah.
I got some beef, man. Beef for the week. Pause. Crazy. Beef for the week, man. We see,
Oh, before we get too
a lot
far into this, shout out to 3 a.m. Adoptee Voices. Man, that was a great live y'all had last night. I really enjoyed it with the guest. Julie, I think was her name. Great work over there. Y'all make sure you subscribe to 3 a.m. Adoptee Voices. If y'all could subscribe to anybody, please let it be 3 a.m. Adoptee Voices. Like, that is great work. It's very informative. It's very impactful, meaningful work that they're doing. bringing awareness to not only those who are adopted, but also those who might be considering adopting. Like, it's just so informative and information you really need to know for how it affects those who are adopted, like how it affects their mental health on both sides, those who are the ones adopting and those who are the adoptees, right? Like, it's just amazing work. So please subscribe to them. Oh yeah, not a problem. 3 a.m.
Guys have relationships, right? And when I say relationships, I'm talking dating relationships, right? And some things come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to know from you, if you was in a relationship, fiance and all, about to walk down the aisle, jump the broom, right? The wedding get called off. Are you popping out at any point, at any time, with your girl best friend? I just want to know who I'm dealing with on the other side of the screen.
Y'all, we talked about this a little bit, right? I showed you all this before. I showed you how Dak got take that lightly, but Dak got caught with his ex-fiance's friend, but turns out they both went to Mississippi State together. She played volleyball. Obviously, he was the quarterback of Mississippi State. So they knew each other. They had a friendship, in the past. So I guess they're still connected, right? But not only that, Dak and Sarah are seemingly getting along really well. They have, a mutual agreement. They haven't fought over custody yet, and they've been keeping it peaceful. They had a joint birthday party, and they're still following each other on Instagram, and he shared one of her posts on his Instagram page. So, they're getting along, right? They're, making it peaceful for the kids, and I hope it stays that way. But this, I get where they're going with this, okay?
I want to know if the city boy in you is popping out after calling the wedding off.
Exactly, stuff that we don't take into consideration or think about when it comes to the adoption process and those who are adopted. That's the truth, Cree.
What a potential bridesmaid a couple, months later, a couple weeks later, at any point later.
Probably not.
Can you elaborate? Why not? Like, okay, let me put this in perspective. Right? You meet the love of your life. Y'all growing. Y'all have kids together. Y'all see, you building. Y'all about to get married. Y'all about to officially stamp it, put it in writing, under God, one nation, all of this.
Under God.
Right? For whatever reason, we call it off. Now we go our separate ways. Like we.
One nation under God. Like it's a country. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man, you married a country. That is funny.
Never met each other. Like, we don't have, blood in this little kid here that we share. And a month later, a couple weeks later, I pop up with your best friend out in public, to the point where TMZ has to ask me, or us, are we in a relationship? I mean, I've been a lot of places. I've never been that close to somebody for them to ask me if I'm in a relationship with somebody, because I'm standing, so close to them, or maybe holding their hand, or maybe showing up to an event with them.
Hey, what's up? The Great. Good to see you here. I caught you in Stash's chat, so shout out to you for joining. Good to see you.
Can you put in context where they're holding hands though? But
I just heard that they was very friendly.
So They were at a table. I showed you all the photo. They were at a table. You know, there was other people there. It wasn't just like it was just them two, but there was other people there. Like I said, they both went to Mississippi State together, so obviously there's a history there, a friendship, and I don't know. I don't know if we're reading too much into it, but the points he's making is kind of, I get it, right?
Friendlier than, you know, someone like to say, you know, it's friendly enough to ask the question, what are you doing, Dak Prescott?
Question. Now I'm gonna answer this. Is it Mike V? Is it Mike V friendly?
I don't know if that's out there yet, but if it is out there, trust me, TMZ gonna find it.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know all the dynamics of everything. Baby.
I mean, I don't know what she graduated with. Like, the girl could have graduated with a social media degree and could be with him just because, you know, she's part of his social media team. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Bridesmaid was trying to figure out, you know, how can we get y'all back together? I don't know. I'm not
get them back together. So you think about me? If I'm your girl, you think about me seeing you with my best friend is gonna get me back together.
I'm saying, maybe that's the type of relationship they got. Maybe she sent them to talk.
Man, I'm coming blow it up. I'm coming blow it up. The whole thing. I'm coming blow it up. I'm like, it ain't even no question. It ain't even no question. It ain't even no doubt in my mind that if you was my best man in the wedding, and then my wedding got called off, and my bride took you to a rodeo, a basketball game, Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese, a AMC movie theater, and I find out, drop the pin. I'm about to turn into a YN.
He said drop the pin. He said drop the pin. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
I'm ski massing up.
I need to clip that part.
Now you put it in that. That's kind of weird.
That's crazy. I don't care. Friendly, cordial, whatever it is. Most times than not, it's not a coincidence.
Point. Like, why are you at all these outings together? And unless, I mean, like I said, she could be part of a social media team now. Who knows? I don't know what she graduated with. I don't know what her degree is. But why? That part. I want that explained. Like, why are you at all these outings together?
I'm about to turn into a YN. 100%. I'm about 100%. Ain't even no if, ands, or but about it, man. Ain't even no if, ands, or but about it.
So now
that's facts. That shit is wild. AF. I'm acting a fool if I catch them. I get it, right? Like, I get it. Unless she's on payroll and she is like part of your social media team, and that's why she has to follow you around at all of these events because she's the one that's like taking these pictures. But I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and it's like I said too, they just recently, Sarah, you know, the ex-fiance, and Dak were just recently together for the joint birthday party of one of their daughters. So they are getting along. The court system, whenever I looked at the filings, it was very friendly. There was no, you know, contention of battling. Like, they all seemed to want to have joint shared custody. So there was really no issues. But I just don't understand this part. Like, this is the part that I'm just not comprehending. I just don't get how you know how my drop is. Hold on, let's see. We're at 442.
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And I could be wrong.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I'm just not getting how the girl fits into the picture at all these different events, because y'all were together eating. I don't know if they were at this basketball game, but y'all were together eating. Then you were at the rodeo. So that part's not adding up to me.
Ain't even no if and a but about
So
it.
now
That's my beef for the week. That's my beef for the week. And maybe it's just me. Maybe that's how I feel personally.
So now
about
we
it.
got to go into this, right? Did he do this to end the stories of him cheating, or what was the real reason why they ended?
The real reason why they ended from what I've gathered, there was a cheating allegation going on out there, and I
So
could
the
be wrong.
allegation, y'all, we went over this. So, people were claiming that it was over a prenup, right? Well, she shut that down fast. She went into Speakeasy's Instagram under one of their videos that they had posted and said, "This had nothing to do with a prenup. I hope we can put those allegations to rest." So she said it had nothing to do with a prenup. Dak's media team, his team, didn't argue with that. There was no, argument against that. So I'm assuming that was the truth, right? And they are still getting along. Dak and Sarah are together at birthday parties. They're fine with joint custody. So I'm assuming that wasn't the issue. Well, then there was claims that he had these secret Instagram accounts, like had his accounts in incognito mode, and had these secret messages. And they even brought in one of his exes, Natalie Buffett. They brought her into it, so there was like a message with her. All of this stuff, right? So apparently she was just done with all of that, all of the secret side chicks, I guess, and just wanted more commitment. And it's like I've told y'all 1,000 times on here, ladies, gentlemen, if you want to get involved with an athlete or with a coach, I'm not talking about me, okay? But if you want to get involved with an athlete or a coach, you have to know what comes with it. Because even the most person like Dak, who can come across as wholesome and, as a Christian and all of these types of things, even they are going to struggle with temptation of having a side chick. Look at David in the Bible. David in the Bible folded. He had a side chick, right? So you have to understand that what comes with the territory when these guys are away at these away games, when they're traveling on the road around all these pretty girls, or it goes vice versa for ladies too. Ladies who are on the road traveling, and they're around attractive men, temptation is bound to happen and affairs transpire, right? So there we go.
this is, I played a competitive sport, but now I'm in opinion-based business, right?
I thought it was prenups.
Again, that could be another reason.
Nah, we shut that down. Well, she did, not me, but she was in the comment section for Speakeasy. She said this had nothing to do with the prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest.
Did you hear that was a prenups?
I thought it was a prenup.
How do you feel about prenups?
Oh, you gonna sign that prenup?
I'm telling you.
So you saying Dak made
get
the
a prenup, y'all? That goes both ways. I don't care. I don't even care if you're broke. Get a prenup. Even if people like to say only get a prenup if you're wealthy. No, get a prenup if you're broke too. Because if you were to come into money, you already have that. You already have that set up. You're leaving with what you come with in the marriage. Go ahead and get a prenup. Just get the prenup.
move
for sure. What? Listen, oh boy, I'm about to choke. Goddamn.
Keep it player.
You said that goes for truck drivers too. Ladies, hold it down till daddy gets home. Man, you crazy. You are crazy. No, but it's true though. Truck drivers, you have, let's see, truck drivers, military. Who else could I say? They often talk about medics, like firefighters and all of that, because of how many hours they work. So I get that. Let's see. The rodeo, I'm telling you, the rodeo, that ain't no joke. Well, I know a pro rodeo star, right? And he ain't no joke. I don't take him serious. He keep trying. He keep trying his dangdest to get me to be serious about him. But I just don't take him serious. I don't. I'll be honest with you. I just don't take him serious.
I understand the assignment. You carry my child for 9.
That's a sport too, right? Because he does 10 pinning, and I'm going to have to play. I might play one of y'all. I might react to one of his videos. I hope he ain't watching me right now because he knows I do lives. But we might have to react to one of his videos.
9 months, this, that, and the third. But this is my hard-earned money. You forgot, baby. My leg split. My leg has. I broke my. What they be saying to her? I broke it at my leg.
For this.
What? And you refuse to sign this prenup? I'm canceling everything too. Even you.
Even you.
I'm canceling you. And if that's the case, and if they talked about it long enough, and for her to get to that and not to do it, I probably would have popped out with the best friend too.
He said I would have popped out with the best friend too. Now, y'all, it wasn't over the prenup. I just don't think it was over the prenup. Obviously, because one, she commented on Speakeasy, said this had nothing to do with the prenup. I hope we can put that rumor to rest. They're still friendly, which leads me to believe that Dak is kissing her butt. I think Dak is kissing her butt, if I'm being honest with you. I think he wants to stay on her good side, so he's keeping things peaceful, like, he's playing nice. Obviously, they're playing fair in the court system. They're, no legal battles. Everything's joint custody, all of that. They're doing joint birthday parties. So I have to assume I think Dak did something, okay? I do.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
the P is for petty.
You playing with me. You playing with me.
So you taking the best friend out because she don't want to sign a prenup?
I'm not. Would I be bad? Would that be wrong of me? If a man didn't want to sign a prenup, if I pop out with his best friend, would that be bad? Yeah, it'd probably be bad. Because, it's okay when men do it. But let a girl do it. Let a girl do that. And you're all going to tear her apart. Like, no mercy. No mercy for the ladies.
You saying you work my money and you don't want to sign this? And God forbid, right? No, we don't, it might not last, it might do. But just know, if it don't, half is going with her ass. Half is coming with her. You can believe that.
I'm sure that's millions of men that.
And y'all, we talked about Travis Hunter, right? Travis Hunter and his girl. That is the only thing I don't agree with when it comes to Travis Hunter. They very well could have signed a prenup. I don't know their personal business, right? They could have signed a prenup that we don't know about. But if what they're saying is true, that they didn't get a prenup, I don't agree with that. I think he should have got a prenup. I think for both of them, they should have a prenup. It protects both of y'all. Like, you look at it as car insurance. You don't expect to get in a car accident, but you want the insurance just in case, right? Get the prenup.
That feel that statement, right? But I'm sure there's also billions of women that don't. Can you put into perspective, right? From as an athlete, right? As someone who's worked for 20 plus years, right? And I'm not saying you met your girl or your wife in high school or elementary school, right? You got on, you turned up, right? And you met someone.
Yeah.
Are you telling me, and I'm asking you a question, are you telling me that because we met while I was up here after I worked 20-something years for that Super Bowl ring, for financial security, that you deserve half of it?
If you don't get the
I told you.
prenup,
Every time I try to say it, it's not right.
I'll say this: if you don't get the
It
prenup,
is not right.
yeah, she deserves to have half. If you don't get the prenup, yeah, she deserves to have half, because that's what legally is right. You are legally obligated, especially if you're the breadwinner, right? If you're the one making the most money, you are legally obligated. That's how the law works. Nobody said it had to be fair, but that's how the law works. If you don't get the prenup, she's taking half. And that's legally fair. That's her right. That's her right in the marriage. If the marriage was to end, it's her right to take half. Or whatever the judge, awards her with. Same goes for child support. If y'all have kids together, same with child support. It's her right to have that. And I'm not saying it's the legal system gets it right, right? But it's what's fair. It's what's deserved. Because you didn't get the prenup. Get the prenup, y'all. And like I said, this goes for women too. Women, you need to have a prenup too.
First of all, this is why I think we go wrong at, right? Some of these women, right, they come from okay households, right? But now you're dealing with a baller, shot caller, 20-inch rims, you know what I'm saying? And we boost their life up. Like you get to go and buy Chanel, Birkin, these trips, these private jets. So now these women feel like they're entitled to you. Entitled to your assets.
Hey, legally, if you don't get that prenup, that is how it works in the legal system. They are entitled to it, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying it's always right, but that's how the legal system works. If you don't get the prenup. Now, I will say this. If I had a man that made that kind of money, right, I would probably say, hey, I don't have to have too much. Let me take whatever you bought me, whatever gifts that you give me, let me take it. Let me have that. At least agree to set me up somewhere, I ain't saying it has to be some mansion, right? But have me, especially if you got kids together, right? I ain't saying you gotta get me a mansion, but just have me somewhere safe with our kids, and we call it even. We call it even. Right?
Everything. Why the fuck is you laughing like this shit real? Like, so I can honestly say this for the woman at home, right? And Jarvis do make a point, because they have a lot of women who feel like, now it's different when you've been there since day one. Big shirt, shitty draws. It's understandable. But you meet this young man when he's in the limelight, knowing he's about to make millions, or he's a millionaire, and he take a liking to you, and in some way he changed your life. For you not to want to sign that prenup
I
is
agree with him
disrespectful.
100%. 100% on that. For you not to want to sign a prenup is disrespectful. Now, I get the regards that a woman would have, because, and this I guess could go for a man or a woman, but I get the regards that they would have with this, because you look at it as, okay, well, if you're to step out or find somebody new, then all I get left with is just what I came into the marriage with. I get that would, make you a little bitter, which I do think that if someone was to, that's the thing with infidelity in a marriage. If you do cheat, it can void your alimony, it can avoid, in some cases it can void the prenup. So, I mean, you gotta be careful if you're leaving due to an affair.
Because at the end of the day, love is love, but guess what? You need that money.
They fucked it up, man. He got him cackling. Oh, this is crazy.
Oh my God.
He said how he really thought.
What you laughing
for?
Can you elaborate with like what was so funny?
Yeah. So so no, I feel you, right? I feel you. I guess my question is it ever a time where damn I'm crying, bro. Oh man, I'm crying.
All right, get it together. Get it together.
I guess my question is, is there ever a time that that understanding, right? Because you got to think about this too. If roles were reversed, you got to think that you're in a situation now where
You said you said reverse as the woman being like the
breadwinner.
Okay, here
Listen,
we go.
let me tell you something. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. You know, as men, we take liking to women, right? If you like a woman, you like a woman. Don't matter if she work at you be at
McDonald's. Yeah,
it don't matter. It don't matter. And in some way, a man could turn a woman up, right? Like change her lifestyle. Bro, it's hard finding a woman that'll do it for a man. Because the first thing you know, a woman say, "Oh, girl, he a bum."
He does have a little bit of a point there. Like, I don't think they would call him a bum. I don't know. I think he got a point. There are, and you can't put all the women in one category like this, right? There are women who, do look at these like blue collar jobs and they do, fall for these guys, right? But I mean, I get it. Like, more times than not, it goes that way to where they're like, oh, he's a bum.
Right.
He using you. But as men, we have real unconditional love. Women love, some women, I ain't gonna say all, some women love it's
Oh, I
conditioned.
like how he said this. He said it's some, not all. But the same can be said about men too. Like, men can be superficial, and I'm not saying all men, but there's some men that can be superficial when it comes to looks, right? Like, they say that they don't want, the girl next door type of look. Or they do want it, I should say. They do want the girl next door type of look. But then, like, when you look at their IG, it's like all the Instagram models, right? Not saying, they could just be looking. It's like whatever. But, they can be superficial in their own way. It's not just women.
Right. Transactional.
What can you do for me now? How long
women,
can we
this is
keep
what I'm saying. Women feel like that men look at them as transactional. Like, okay, well, you think I'm pretty now, but if like we were to have kids together, if aging, all of these things, as life goes on occurs, then you start to want the next young thing walking. So men, like I'm saying, men can be superficial about their own things.
this lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I'm so glad we on this. That brings back, see, the dating pool in the NFL is so fucking small. People don't know.
This is why women get tossed around. Like, this is why you see like certain women just dating the same, like, different athletes. You can think of, Jamar Chase. Him and his girlfriend just recently broke up, and she was previously with a NFL player and an NBA player, and then she got with Jamar Chase. So the dating pool, I guess, is small.
That's why you listen. I'm looking at the camera. You have a good woman.
What is with these guys?
If you have a good woman from day one, please try to hold on to that young lady as long as you can. Because when you enter this,
Davante Adams and his wife, they are cute. I don't know if they've had any issues. Like, everybody has their issues, right? But they are cute together. They're getting ready to have another baby. I mean, he can't stay off her apparently because let's see, they got to be on their fourth kid, maybe fourth or fifth. I think about Davante Adams and his girl. They've been together since day one. Now you have Devontae Smith getting ready to get married to his wife. They're cute together. They got 2 girls. And Jalen Hurts is obviously married. They don't have any kids yet, but I hope it works out. And even for Patrick Mahomes, I know people talk about Brittany Mahomes a lot. I get it, but Brittany Mahomes, I hope they make it because I mean they've been together since high school.
National Football League world, you're going to the clubs. You're popping the bottles. You're inviting the buns in the section.
Mm-hmm.
Just know, at one point in their life, they was on go. And the truth,
TTG,
train to go. And just know this: if you didn't have her,
someone else did.
One of your teammates didn't have her.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I've been telling y'all. If they didn't have her, one of the teammates did.
And me personally,
these guys are cutting up.
Me personally, you have to put these young men on game of who you dealt with. Don't have them out here looking crazy. Now, but some of them don't. Can't say nah. So by you being the little homie on the team, and one of the older guys be like, bro, hey, she not a good look for you. Take heed.
Right.
He's saying that shit out of 100% love.
So I'm playing for the Browns. Let's say I'm playing for the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm single. You come in and I'm like, and we go to the club. You like, oh, I like her. I want her. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all start hanging out with the woo. You about to make it official. And then you talking to me about it because I'm your brother, right? And I'm like, yo.
Like you be like, don't do it. Like,
do you know what's up at that point? Or do you need me to tell you why not to do that?
I know what's going on. You the hit. I'm like, oh. You done had your parts in this?
Right.
As a man, I can't deal with it. Baby girl, I appreciate all this. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything.
Right.
But that's just how I wasn't raised like that.
Right.
My man's been protected and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen.
Ooh, I gotta go.
And look, y'all don't get us wrong. Look, this is all speculation.
Yes.
This is all rumors here.
Yes.
This is opinionated based sport.
Yes.
It could have been a friendly, oh, hey, nice to see you. We showed up at
I think that we obviously don't know since they were together at Mississippi State. I don't know if she now works for Dak on the media team. Who knows what it is. But it is interesting that they were together at all these events. And if it's not because she works for him, I just don't think that's a good look. But y'all, I am tired now. I am ready to get off here. Cree will be live later. CDT Beats will be live later. I will be at both. So make sure y'all check their lives out later. And let's close it out with the motivational video.
The light ain't on you, but keep making plays. Nobody's talking about you, but keep making plays. Right. I know your sales numbers aren't where your friend is, but keep making plays. I know nobody's talking about you, and you're not on the leaderboard right now, but baby, keep making plays.
The light ain't on me yet, but I'm going to keep making plays. I'm going to keep showing up to these lives, keep trying my best. That's all I can do. And like I said, I'm making notes. I'm making notes for all the ones who are my day ones, showing up for me, supporting me. I'm taking notes, right? I'm taking notes because if I ever make it big, y'all, if Club Shay Shay ever comes calling, hey, we want your podcast under our umbrella. You're gonna be a part of our team. I'll be like, okay, bet. And I'm gonna remember who was the day ones. Because if anybody else comes saying, hey, you remember me? I was with you from the start. I'm like, no, you was not. You was a hater. You was a hater. You wasn't showing up. You wasn't in my chat. I don't remember you. Who was you? That's how I'm gonna be. That is how I will be. Call it petty. I don't know. Is that petty? That's probably one of the pettiest things I've said on here. But that's how I'll be. I think it's only fair. But I will catch you in the next one, Touchdown Tribe. Bye, guys.